O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
Protecting your family is your priority. There's nothing more important than a roof above the people you love. Call Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411 and ask to speak to Tommy, the owner. They specialize in all kinds of roofs, led by their highly crafted, skilled, and professional roof mechanics. All of their previous customers have an opportunity to enter their bi-weekly drawings to receive free an exterior impact metal door. Please call for more details. That's Tommy B. Butts Jr. Enterprises.com, 954-735-9826 or 954-394-1411. Trust Tommy to fortify and protect what's most important to you, your family.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Folks, you
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
The Big O Radio Show is brought to you by Sports Grill. Good food, good drinks, good friends. Craig's Inn Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealership in the Southeast United States. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department. The FLPD is hiring. Go to FLPDjobs.com.
The Big O Radio Show originates from the OK Coin Studios. OK Coin is one of the largest fiat to crypto trading platforms in the world. Founded in 2013, OK Coin offers advanced features for crypto beginners and high-volume traders alike, enabling users in 184 countries worldwide. The Big O Radio Show is mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley from the OK Coin Studios. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
all righty, yes, sir. Yes, life is beautiful on a Friday. We're back in studio. We're back home. It's a good thing. Got to see the family. Got to see the doggies. Got a proper welcome back. It's all good, baby. So good in the hood. Yeah. Anyway, so we are having a terrific Friday. Hope you guys have half the Friday I'm already having, but that's another thing, another day, another time. But anyway, we got a full day for you today. We got loaded with guests. Ira will be joining us at 10:30. Manny Navarro will stop by at 11. Omar Kelly at 11:30, probably stirring something else up about Tua. At 12:30, Cameron Wolf will stop by with our KSDTCPA.com Miami Dolphins and NFL report. All kinds of good stuff. I was on this morning with Paul Castronovo, and so that was fun to talk a little too, because I guess the Omar conversation from Tuesday kind of stirred up a lot of stuff with Omar. I don't know, man. I love Omar, but I don't know where he gets his crazy stuff where he questions Tua the way he does, and it's just crazy. So I don't know. It's just, but he's doing a good job of covering himself, okay? Because he wants to tell you that he doesn't believe in Tua, and then he wants to tell you that he believes in Tua. So it's, that's why he never takes an L, because he takes both sides. You know what I mean? He covers his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, and they were trying to get him on, and I told them, well, no, he's got an exclusive with us. He can't go on. None of our insiders can go on any local radio station. So they were having trouble getting in contact with Omar, and good job by Omar, because, that's kind of part of the agreement. That's why the platform is what it is, because you can only get Ira Winderman here, and Anthony Chang here, and Manny Navarro here, and Cameron Wolf, and that's kind of the idea, to give people a real sports platform that they can actually go to and actually enjoy. So thank you all out there, to those of you tuning in and checking in with us and downloading the show at whatever time of day or night you're listening to the show. And we thank you wherever you are in the world, by the way. Wherever you are in the world, thank you all out there, because being able to do this, you get to kind of see everything. When you work in radio, normally they don't give you the stats, and they don't tell you all the real things that are going on behind the scenes. And so now I get to kind of see where all the downloads are coming from, and it's all over the world. It's amazing. It really is. And so I tell you, we're all blessed, and thank you all out there. And of course, take care of all the mothers too, coming up with Mother's Day. So we've got the F1 weekend. We've got the Heat and the Sixers tonight. Last night, the Panthers played like they were supposed to. And Bob was terrific, 26 saves. Barkov and Verhaeghe had a goal and an assist in this game. They dominated the Capitals the way they're supposed to, and that was nice. That was a nice start. Don't get excited about it, okay? Nice start. The Panthers, remember, already effed up this series. So the only way you fix this series, Florida Panthers, is to now go to Washington and take 2 straight. Then we can get excited about game 2 win. Because if you go back up to Washington and you split, well, all of a sudden you put yourself in a 3-game series. That's not good. Even though you're the better team, anything can happen. And hockey is a funny game, and the puck can bounce weird. Okay. And you've got some players on the other side that have more experience than you and have a championship that you don't have. So it was a nice win yesterday, right? But it doesn't make up for game 1. And so don't get too excited about it. Let's get excited if they go to Washington and do what they're supposed to do. Win both games and take a strangling 3-1 lead. Then I know Washington's not going to beat you 3 straight. But if you split in Washington, you do no good for anything. It means nothing whatsoever. We're back to ground zero. And now there's less room for error, because now you're down to a 3-game set. So I'm not trying to be a hard ass, but I'm going to be a hard ass, because you're the best team in the league. You shouldn't have gotten tripped up in your first game at home. You should have been ready. You're a favorite to get to the cup and even win the cup. What the hell are you doing losing your first game? So last night was nice, but last night was necessary. You had to do this last night. Obviously, your season could have been on the brink if you didn't do it last night. So all you did last night was play finally up to your ability in this series. Now, I want to see you do this twice on the road over the next couple of games. Then I can feel more excited and I can feel confident that you're moving on to the next round. So temper the enthusiasm with the Panthers. Let's wait to see what they do in Washington, because that's going to determine if game one was the wake-up call, which, by the way, let's also look at it the other way. Maybe game one loss becomes the blessing that they needed for the entire run, because maybe that slap is the one that wakes them up and they say, oh, wait a minute, hold on. There's the playoffs, dude. We can't screw up. This isn't the regular season that you can, get tripped up. And hey, all right, we got a bunch of other games to go. It's all good. No. So let's also look at it this way, because I'm looking at it, the other way and telling you, okay, that's nice, but not enough. But let's also be complimentary too, in a way. Maybe this is what kickstarts them to play in the postseason and dominate in the postseason like they've been dominating in the regular season. Maybe they came into this game against Washington going, we can handle them, we got no problem, and they got the wake-up call. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's actually, I think, what we all need as Panther fans. That game one was a wake-up call for the Panthers and not a sign of things to come that you're going to be inconsistent in the playoffs. That part would be unacceptable, correct? So that's the way I would look at this this Panther situation. Either way, we'll find out, right? We'll find out what happens this weekend. We'll find out how the boys handle it. Look at the Heat. Now, the Heat have way more experience than the Panthers. The Heat have players that have even gone to the finals, and they have several players that have been to the playoffs. They have players that have won a title and everything. So you have experience on the Heat, and they have handled the Sixers series with experience, and they're spanking the Sixers the way they're supposed to spank the Sixers. That's what I'm asking of the Panthers to do of the Capitals. Do it this weekend. All right? Get me those 2 games and make me feel better about game one. Make me feel like game one was the wake-up call. All right, if you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, that's 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in, Nyborg says, did everyone see Tua last night? Yes. The pictures were all over the social media platforms. Tua was there with friends and family, I guess, watching the Panthers game in his suite. Good for him, man. He's a South Florida guy now, and you should be supporting all the teams here. By the way, he doesn't have a hockey team in Hawaii anyway, so, he's got to get on our bandwagon. That's all. So, maybe that's why they went 5-1. The Tua was in the house. Anybody think that? Anybody thought about that? Huh? The aura of Tua was in the house and, automatically elevated the Panthers game 5-1. So let's get Tua out to Washington. That's what I say. Get him in the phone booth. I know it's not called the phone booth anymore. I forgot who the new sponsor is. Whatever. Who cares? But anyway, Rosendo says that is correct. And if they win against Washington, the next series will be tougher, more physical. And then, but at least if they win the 2 games in Washington, it shows me, okay, they get it. And I feel good now, Like I said, hopefully game one was a wake-up call for them instead of trepidations. You know what I'm saying? Of the stuff that we normally run into. David says, I think that's exactly right. Oh, I believe it was a wake-up call. They can't rely on coming from behind wins. They have to play like their lives depend on it from the moment the puck drops. It's playoff hockey. You got to play with desperation. I'm with you, David. Carlos says he hopes everybody's having a great day. I hope you have a great day too, Carlos. Big O homies have the work ethic to hit that like button, says the greater good. I love it. The greater good's always fighting for the greater good of the program. DF says, welcome home, O and Sean. Well, Sean's been home since Monday night, or Tuesday morning, actually. I just got home last night. I stayed a couple of extra days. Oh, man, that Biffy Clyro concert was awesome. God, that was awesome. That was so good. If I wasn't at Hialeah Park today and tomorrow, I would be in Southern California right now. Because I think tonight is the San Diego show or the LA show, and then in 2 days it's the LA show or the San Diego show. And I was going to go to all three Biffy Clyro shows because, you know, they don't come here. It's the United States, and they're one of my favorite bands. I love them. But obviously commitments are commitments, and so we are here. But yeah, that was so good, man. What a great concert. And it was so good to be in a room with several hundred other fans that are, you know, I don't know what was in that place, maybe 800, 1,000 people. I don't know if it holds more than that, the House of Blues in Las Vegas. But it was just cool to be, because anybody who was in that room is a super hardcore Biffy Clyro fan. So it was cool, you know, because everybody, you know, was kind of really into it. And people were traveling from all over the world to go to that concert. Because again, when they have to see him in Europe, they're either in festivals or in big arenas, and they may see him as the second act or the third act, maybe not the headliner. They headlined the Download Festival. But now you get to come to America. You see him in a small place because not a lot of people know him, and you get to see a full set. It was awesome. Awesome. And Simon left it all on the stage. Man, he is a great front man. Wow. Hakeem Muhammad says, good morning from the T-Town, Big O. I've smashed the like button as always. I don't have anything else to say because you're going to say it all. Thank you, Hakeem. Bless you, my brother. Have a great weekend. Nikolai Rose says, oh, my God, Big O, can't believe the media didn't say breaking news, Tua goes to Panthers game causes fights, sets stadium on fire, LOL. Some people hate this kid. I don't know where it comes from. I have no idea. Steve Rupert says, good morning, Big O, from Northwest Iowa. Nice. And I remembered to smash the like button. Thank you, sir. Rosendo says, my gut feeling, they lost to an experienced team, and that made a couple of mistakes that cost them. You are correct. If you're in the playoffs, you should be already motivated. No wake up. True. But they're young, so maybe they needed that wake up. Maybe they needed a refresher course there, you know? I'm hoping that's what it was. That would be the blessing, actually. That way they get a fire lit under their ass, and they keep going from here on out. You know? Big O, who's the leading scorer tonight for the Heat game? I am going to go. I'm going to go Jimmy tonight. First game in Philadelphia on the road. I think he sets the tempo on the road and dominates, like sets the tempo and then opens it up for everybody else, but he ends up as the leading scorer for tonight. That's what I think ends up happening. No Kyle Lowry. And by the way, Embiid is not playing. Did you see the thing on Embiid? He's not playing, dude. He's listed as out and doubtful, and it seems like a half-assed thing, like they're trying to, they're trying to keep the Heat like, well, he might play this, that. And listen, the Heat should prepare for him to play. Don't misunderstand me here when I'm telling you this. But listen to how it's phrased, okay? John Clark of NBC Sports. Embiid continues to make solid progress in his recovery from orbital fracture. and he really, really wants to play. So we're going to upgrade him to doubtful. So he goes from out to doubtful on the injury report. He'll likely be a game time call tomorrow night, but we should get another update around after shoot around. He's not doing that, dude. He just said 2 days ago that the light just started to stop bothering him. You don't put that man out there. That's your franchise player. So I don't think, I think this is all a bunch of crap. Now, I'm going to have something, you know what? Maybe I should already do it, right? Maybe we should already get to it because, I wanted to share a little something with you guys because I figured, okay, well, if we're going to, do our liquor split matchup of the night, well, then maybe, we should give you a little nugget on betting, right, for tonight in our liquor split matchup of the night.
What? Oh, look.
There we go. You got to tap that app, baby. $2.99. It is time for our liquor split matchup of the night. So, tonight, the Miami Heat, let's give it to you. They are favored by 3. The over and under is 210. Miami is favored minus 155 in the money line. The Sixers are plus 135 in the money line. So, we were talking about Embiid and how he's listed from out to doubtful. You don't go from doubtful really to end up playing. And I told you yesterday when we were talking about the whole light thing, that doesn't sound like yesterday I told you, it doesn't sound like a guy that's going to play. It just doesn't sound like it's worth the risk. And in the end, you got to look around and go, are we going to win anyway? No, you're not. You're not really going to win anyway, but whatever. But here's what I want. Here's the most important part about tonight's liquor split matchup of the night. I'm going to go with the Miami Heat, and I'm going to lay the 3 points because they're easily going to win double digits, I think. But this is what I want you to look out for. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that loves crypto and loves to, wager on a couple games or two. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do here in the liquor split matchup of the night. I've already laid the 3 points. Do you know why I've already laid the 3 points? Because they're playing this stupid game about whether Embiid will play or not. And if in game time they say, oh, well, Embiid's going to play, then people think, oh, well, maybe I'll get 2.5 because some money starts coming in on Philadelphia. What I think is really going to happen is you're going to find out later on in the afternoon, early evening, it's official. Embiid is out. Money starts coming in on Miami, and the number goes up to 3.5 or 4. And then you want to lay the bet because you were waiting, kind of like the guy that's waiting for 20,000 in Bitcoin. Same thing. You're waiting for it to go down or something like, and now you lost half a point. So I don't believe he's going to play. And I know it's prudent a lot of times to wait closer to game time to get all the information. But the problem is when all the information comes out, it could end up becoming a detriment to what you're trying to do. And that's what I believe is going to happen today. I think the line will go up to 3.5 after Embiid is officially announced as out and money starts flowing in to Miami. And then you're going to have to lay a half a point. Now, oh, you think they're going to win by 10? I do. But you still want to get the best deal possible. I believe 3 is the best deal possible. That, my friends, is my liquor split matchup of the night. And that's what I think is going to end up happening.
The matchup of the night is brought to you by Liquor Split, Miami's own online liquor store. Liquor Split. Download then tap that app and get your favorite liquor delivered to you for just $2.99. No risk, no drinking and driving. Tap that app with Liquor Split.
Yeah, there you go. That's our liquor split matchup of the night. Jimmy James says, I got a really good feeling that we're going to go all the way. Go Dolphins. I think Tua is going to step up to the plate. I think you put two, but you probably meant Tua. I got you. Let's see what we got going on. Omar Kelly says, if Tua plays well, we have a shot at the Super Bowl. But he doesn't believe in. You see what I'm saying? But wait a minute. Doesn't he have work ethic issues? Right? Isn't his arm not strong enough? Isn't he too short? Isn't he too Polynesian? Oh, they haven't said that one yet? Oh, okay. All right. Is he too Hawaiian? Does he wear too many? What are those things? Those reefs that they put over their heads? They're not called reefs, but whatever the hell they're called. Have they said that? Does Tua drink too much coconut water? Tua will never win. He comes from an island. I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of things we can say about Tua. He'll never win. He's got 5 fingers in his throwing arm. You know, it's not like any other quarterback has 5 fingers. But Tua, how dare he? He has 5 fingers. Which leads you to believe Antonio Fonseca could have been the greatest quarterback of all time. Because 6 fingers puts more spin, more trajectory, more arc, more delivery, more speed, more depth. I mean, he probably could have thrown it right out of the stadium if he wanted to. 6-finger passer? Yeah, that would have been impressive. Damn Tua with 5 fingers. How dare he? Anyway. Big O, thanks for all that you do. I've started listening to you, and I really appreciate your honesty. Hope you're doing well mentally and physically. Well, mentally, definitely not. I've never been well mentally, and that's been since the day I was born, sir. Physically, I guess I'm holding up, right? We're all over the place. We travel. We're back and forth. We're rocking and rolling. We're protected by Nature B, baby. Yeah. Damn, that light is bright right there. Got this new light for the studio. So it's a little bright. There's a white spot here. Anyway, Big O, please get TD Finn's talk on the show. I'd love to see you rip him one. I don't know who that is, my brother, and we have plenty of Dolphins people on already as it is. I think I don't, we have the people that bring you insights. So, I don't think no, I know. In fact, I know for a fact there isn't a platform or a station anywhere in the country, definitely not in South Florida, that provides better information and insight on the Miami Dolphins. So, so it's all good. And listen, Heat and Panthers and everything else. Nobody can talk freely in any other platform like we do. They can't. So, it's just one of those things. So I appreciate it. But I think we're doing all right running the show the way we're running the show. There is a rule on the show. Got a flat tire today. Damn, Tua. Exactly, Nikolai. Let's blame Tua for that damn flat tire. That's right. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Okay. What's it called? It's raining in DC and Virginia. Damn, Tua. I know. How about that? Urban Meyer wishes he had 6 fingers. Yeah. Tell you, so does she. I'm sorry. Did I say that? Living in Miami, who can be mentally okay? That's a very good point. Big O, how are you feeling since the fall you had sleeping issues? Oh, there are moments I still go back and forth with moments of that I don't sleep well, but I will say lately, I slept really good last night, by the way. Really good last night. But yeah, there are moments, that I still have restlessness, but man, I'm no different than any of you. You go to sleep and then you think about the show the next day, what topics I'm going to talk about, a meeting I have with this sponsor, a meeting I have with this person. I've got to do this. I've got to do no different than the woman that wakes up and says, "I've got to take care of the kids. I got to prepare this for the dog. I got to get myself prepared. I got to, or my wife. I've got to go teach. I've got to, What's the difference? There's no different. I'm no different than any of you out there, than the businessman that's watching me right now and has got to get up and has got to worry about, does he have all his employees, or does she have all her employees in place, and who's missing and who I got to call to replace, and this vendor and that. There's no difference. And so I think it's just normal. It's something we all torture ourselves with, whether we're thinking about what bills we have to pay, what job we have to do, what task we need to take, what angle we're going to take in this meeting, what angle we're going to take in this job, all those things. And they just cross your mind. I've got to do this with my child. Oh, what's going on with my child? Oh, I've got to go to school and meet with this, that. There's no difference. And it's one of those, the word we love to use on this show, compartmentalize. I think that's the most beautiful word in the world when it comes to sleeping. And it's the idea of learning how to compartmentalize and say, I will worry about my problems and my tasks and everything that I have to do when I wake up in the morning. And it's so easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm sure the lazy part of the world, not just America, there's a woman or a guy that they don't work or they don't care about their job or whatever, and they live a carefree life, and they have no passions. And so if you have no passions and you have no direction, then you have no cares in the world. You know what I mean? But those of us that have passions and cares and direction and motivations and all of those kind of things, that's going to run through our heads. You know what I mean? So I think it's just one of those monsters that we all deal with every single day of our lives. And so sometimes there are days that you don't sleep as much as you should because you're thinking about certain things you want to do, and they're not necessarily bad. It's just things you want to accomplish and things you want to do, and all those kind of things. And I think there's no difference from what I'm saying and what any of you do on a daily basis. I think as human beings, we all deal with those kind of issues every single day. Big O, please give us your scouting report on the Dolphins UDFAs. Listen, man, let's wait till they actually play, and then we'll see if they fit and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather do that. It's it's not really, so at this point I'm not gaining anything by telling you anything about these UFDAs, like anything that let's see, Big O, how many, if any, rookie free agents you think will make the team? Don't know. I have no idea, my man. We got to wait till we get to training camp, see who all the people that are signed. Everything is not signed yet, so we won't know. And I don't know where this is all a new scheme on offense. So some guys will excel here and other guys won't. Seems to be a place where you better pay attention here. And that's kind of what Mike is. So men that aren't cerebral may fall by the wayside in this system. Big O, how many, if any, wait a minute. Big O got the big O last night. Yes. It's the only way to get welcome back from Vegas. Let's see what else. All right. You guys are on a trip here on the lines. I'll tell you that. I appreciate you all. You need a call in line for us. Oh, no, Dizzy, there will be no phones. I did that on Onside, and it was a waste. And in today's world, you don't even call your mother anymore. We text each other. We don't call. Phone lines that's passe, bro. That's passe, like radio's passe, like TV's passe. Those things, phones are dead, bro. You have the comments there, the live chat. You can send it in. You've got our text line. You've got our email. I can guarantee you this: there will be no phone lines ever. Don't need them. It's not worth it. It's a waste of money. Now, I'll tell you this. Who sent that in? Who's the one that sent it in? Here we go. Here's where it ends. Dizzy, you pay for the phone lines, and I'll put them in. Okay? You pay for the phone lines every month, and I'll put them in. And I'll waste your money. I'm not wasting my money, but I'll waste your money on something that's a complete waste. And that way you can call in, Dizzy, and we'll take Dizzy's call. And that's it. We'll do that if you want. If you want to pay for the phone calls, then go ahead. Phone line sponsored by Dizzy, the Dizzy line. We'll call it the Dizzy line. That's what we'll do. Here you go. The good thing about some of the things we did at Onside, I was able to kind of see what works and what doesn't work. And phones, they don't work. They don't work. They're a waste of time. Usually the people that get on a phone are a waste of time. So that's the problem. Usually you'll get better substance from the texts. The phone line, they'll just talk and talk before they get their point on. It's like, yo, get the point on, get the question out. And meanwhile, everybody's driving around going, what the hell is this guy talking? And that's the problem. So if you want me to be brutally honest, that's what it is. The phones are a waste. But if you want to waste your money on things that people don't use anymore, you're more than welcome. You're probably still buying gold and silver too. If you want to get in on the Welton Rayom text line, that's 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, let's talk a little basketball with Ira Winderman.
Keep fans. Time for the best insight of your favorite team with insider Ira Winderman, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. It's the Acura of Pembroke Pines, Miami Heat and NBA report. Here's Ira Winderman.
There he is. And he was there. He knows, right? The phones were dead, right?
And I got to admit, even when I listen to national talk radio, it just takes one bad caller to ruin everything. One bad phone line, one bad cell line. Now, I do use a phone because every day at noon, I talk to my mom. It's basically, Mom, are you okay? Good. We go on with our lives. So that is my phone. But even old man Ira got rid of his landline. I have my cell phone. I call it a day like that. For years, Big O, I used to keep my landline just to do radio because it was more reliable. But now that we have Skype and Zoom and your fancy, streams going on, that's changed also. So there's a place for Mom for the telephone. So every day I call Mom, Mom calls me, I know all is good, and I go on with my day. But pretty much you better have them typing fingers out there. And I do agree, and I listen to some other sports talk radio, when a bad caller comes in and you can't hear it, you know what happens. You hit the next button and you move on.
Right, exactly. But again, Dizzy, you're more than welcome to spend the money, bro. You're more than welcome.
The one thing I've learned about Orlando Alzagari through this ride of Onside and Here, if you're willing to sponsor anything, he's partners with you.
I'm with you. There's no problem. Exactly. Because I love the guy that comes, well, what's this with these sponsors? And I go, well, you want the show every day, you idiot?
Right.
Yeah. Ira works for free or Omar works for free. Or, no, we don't work for free. You know what I'm saying? So it takes sponsors to do all of this. I can't go to the NFL draft without sponsors. I can't go to the Vegas Summer League without sponsors. I'm not going to be able to do the East West Shrine and the Senior Bowl and the Combine all next year without sponsors. We need it, man. We need it. But we don't need phones. But if Dizzy wants to buy the phones and pay for them every month, he's more than welcome. That's when we lose Dizzy, by the way. That's when Dizzy completely disappears at that point. All right. He's not playing today. I already laid my bet because I told everybody, again, not a financial advisor, just a guy that likes crypto and loves to lay a couple of bets on a game or two. when you're out and it almost looked like, well, we'll put him as doubtful and it's game time. A couple of days ago, he just said light stopped hurting him. Okay. I don't think he plays at all tonight. And I'm telling people because I think the late afternoon money is going to start coming in on the Heat, and it's going to go up to 3.5 or 4, and you're going to get less value. So I took the 3 right now because I think it's going to go the other way. What's your gut tell you? That's got a hell of a lot more experience.
The Sixers right now are having their shoot around in their Camden, New Jersey practice facility, so we should have a little more clarity later in the day. But I think this is very much in the moment because here's the crazy thing, Big O. He has to play in a mask, but you don't know what happens the first time he gets hit in that mask. So there are 2 ways to go. You go through physical activity and shoot around. At least you know ahead of time, which is better for the team to know if he can withstand it. But it's not better for his face to see if he can withstand it, because you could conceivably go through a game and not get smacked in your face. That happens also. Although as a center, it's less likely, especially when the dead man is playing. So you have that factor also. I do think he tries. I do think he tries every reasonable possibility that he can, because this is desperation time, because I do believe Kyle Lowry is back.
Okay, he tries, but what's your gut tell you?
My gut tells me he goes out there as less than 100% Joel Embiid, compromised severely. Again, back from a concussion, back from with the orbital fracture and the long-term concerns there. And also, he still has that thumb injury. He has a surgical thumb injury he's dealing with also. There is a lot in play. But honestly, when you talk about late money, this game tips off at 7 o'clock. I think the 6:30 money will be the ultimate wise guys. I think people like me will be getting through the day. Is he playing? Is he going to play? And you know what? There's no reason for the 76ers not to slow play this, Big O. Why would they? Just like the Heat do with their injury reports. They'll let you know when they need to know.
And when we look at this matchup here, by the way, think about if Alonzo Mourning was the center, there was no way they would start Embiid tonight. Or if Dikembe Mutombo was the center, there's no way you would start Embiid tonight in the 90s and early 2000s, right? I was just thinking about
or even send out Yurtsevin and with his elbows, hello, meet my little friend here, not that they will.
But Yurtsevin would be doing it on purpose, whereas that was just part of Zoe's game.
Yes.
And Dikembe, it wasn't really that they were trying to hit you with the elbow. It's just that they were smart because they would keep the ball up high. And so the elbows are up here, but that's what they were taught, because they tell all big men, don't keep it down here because then they're going to steal it from you. Keep it up here, but then that's where you're the T, and then those elbows are swinging. So I'm just saying, it's just, I can't imagine.
Here's the crazy thing, Big O. If Joel Embiid does come back just as a jump shooter, based on how the Sixers have shot in this series, he's probably one of their best jump shooters. So even if you say, wait, that's not the full Joel Embiid, he's not playing inside, but their shooting has been so awful. I mean, Danny Green last game, 1 of 9, missing a ton of 3-pointers, that even just that boost, the Sixers have to do something. It's not working with DeAndre Jordan. It hasn't worked with their small lineup. James Harden is limited. Maxi's not going to go, I don't think, for another 34 or 35. So they're a limited team. But again, this is not unusual. The Dallas Mavericks go nowhere without Luka Doncic. The Denver Nuggets go nowhere without Nikola Jokic. When you're built around a specific MVP candidate, it's MVP player or bust. We haven't seen the real Sixers in this series. I'm not sure we're going to either.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either at this point. By the way, how does this whole entire Harden story end? Because I can't see Morey being that stupid to give him that contract. Plus, I don't know how that city would keep Morey around if he's stupid enough to give him that contract, because that would cripple that team and set them back. And how does he even survive in that city if he continues to play this way? I mean, this is the worst city in the country for him to be on the back end of his career.
Yeah, I mean, you should just see in the city right now that the Philadelphia Phillies let up 7 runs in the 9th inning and lost to the Mets 8-7 yesterday. And oh my God, I thought the whole city was going to implode when I was on Twitter last night. So you have that going on. But here's the thing. I don't think Daryl Morey gives a rat's ass for this reason. He will just bail. He bailed on the Rockets when the going got tough. Boom, I'm out of here. So I think he gives James Harden the money. And it's like what Orlando Alzagari once told me when I was younger this summer. And he said, you know what? Don't like the Jimmy Butler contract because on the back end, you're going to get burned with the 36-year-old player at the end of that contract. And you might be right. I don't think Daryl Morey cares because if you give James Harden the money and he's not good in 3 years, it'll be see ya. He'll land somewhere else, just like he walked out in Houston. Remember what happened in Houston? He left because he was burned out and didn't want to be a front office guy, family, blah, blah, blah. 2 months later, he's here in Philadelphia. So I think guys like that, when they could be vagabonds and move on, they'll do bad long-term deals because they're not there to left to mop it up. That's the thing about the Heat. Even if Pat Riley moves on eventually, goes into retirement, moves out to Malibu, there is such an ongoing culture of people here that the Adam Simons and the Nick Arrisons and all the people that are exposed in the front office aren't going to let anyone sell off this team's future because they understand they're all still going to be here. The Arrisons will be here. Spoelstra will be here. Adam Simon will be here. Andy Ellisberg will be here. You don't have that in Philly. One day it's Sam Hinkie. One day it's Daryl Morey. One day it's someone else. That's why people need to appreciate the stability. And
not just stability, by the way, not just stability, and you're closer to it than I am, but from an outsider's point of view, the other thing I appreciate about the Heat, and especially Pat Riley, he hasn't really necessarily stayed stuck in his ways.
Right.
He has allowed Spo to be his own man, and the team has adjusted, the franchise has adjusted with the times.
Absolutely.
And he has allowed, and that, you know, I think the Whiteside experiment was the kind of that threshold that was like, yo, Pat, we got to turn the page here. And so it's kind of gone that. And to Pat's credit, he's allowed it.
And they moved on from Waiters and from James Johnson and Tyler Johnson, but everyone else stayed. I mean, everyone you talk about before their title on their position is 20th year Heat general manager and president and coach because everyone's around here so long. And so that's the difference. The Panthers, a gazillion front office people, they're going to play strong. They're going to play with analytics. They're going to go for speed. The Marlins, every year it's something different. You go in different directions. The Dolphins, even with Chris Greer around, there's so many different coaches who want to play so many different ways. You have such a dichotomy also in their approach. The Heat is stability. That's what you're seeing. That's why, yes, there are the occasional blips. But for the most part, you have a way of doing things, a certain type of player.
Yeah, they adjust, and that's what I love about it. And that's been the amazing. And listen, the blessing about these contracts to Lowry and to Butler now has been the findings of the 4 young guys, because that's going to allow that transition. And that leads me to the next question, because obviously Tyler talked a little bit about it in his All-Star acceptance speech, or whatever you want to call it, and you have obviously written about it already on the Sun Sentinel. And this has happened in other forms with other players, that they've elevated themselves, they've been the 6th man, and then they want to be the starting player in the future. And that's obviously Tyler's next step of being starter. And while you've been talking about it, I've been thinking about it going, you know what? I can see Tyler having to play the 6-man role one more year. But he'll play it with a fat ass check that he's going to get with a new contract. And so he'll deal with it for one more year. And I think 2 years from now, Jimmy might be ready to come off the bench. And then you've got a Tyler, Caleb type of mix coming in at shooting guard and small forward.
You know, I'm going to disagree with you a little, Big O. I'm going to disagree with you because that's what we're here for. I think Tyler can move easily into the starting lineup next season, along with Jimmy and along with Kyle. Jimmy plays big. Jimmy can almost guard power forward, so he's fine. So you'll have defensive presence there also with Jimmy and with Kyle. To me, the perfect world would not be convincing Tyler to be a 6th man, but to be convincing Victor Oladipo to be a 6th man. Tyler has earned at this young stage, like you talk to me all the time about the next wave. This Heat group, Jimmy and Kyle for now and PJ, but we already know the next Heat wave is Bam and Tyler as the anchors. So you can sort of get that stability now. If you can convince Vic to come back as a 6th man, you have a logical guy to take over for Tyler in that role. You can keep the continuity. Now, Vic is different. Vic has always been a starter. He had to step back because of the injury. He obviously might want to start somewhere. If you could talk him into that, I am fine next season going to the starting lineup of Bam, and if PJ comes back, and of Kyle, and of Tyler, and of Jimmy in the first 5, if I have a Victor Oladipo, because the point you make is valid here, Big O. There's no one else on this roster who meets the qualification currently other than Vic of being a 6th man. Instant offense game changer.
Sure,
That's not who Max Strus is. That's not who Duncan Robinson is. That's not who Caleb Martin is. That's not who Dwayne Dedmon is. You don't have another one of those. Now, maybe you can go out and get your Lou Williams type or someone else like that. That's possible. But to me, that's the perfect solution. Give Tyler his time. You're going to give him the extension. Make Vic your 6th man. Vic is 30 years old. He turned 30 years old 2 days ago. So he's no spring chicken. This might be a second act. This might be like Dwayne Wade when he came back to the Heat and he flourished in that one season as 6th man. So I think a lot is riding on Vic. For as much as Vic says the right things, I do wonder at the end, you know as well as me, maybe more than me, the guys are still going to chase the money. That Vic could say what the Miami Heat have done for me, they've resurrected me. Oh, but wait, you're offering me $18 million, Sacramento? Love the Kings. That's
Chris
what we'll
Bosh.
say.
Chris Bosh.
Yes.
Houston. I mean, you know, he was ready to leave. He was ready to leave Miami, even though they had done everything for him. He was ready to leave, and they had to then, you know, juice it up a little bit more. And so, yeah, no, I'm with you there. The only reason I say is because, to Tyler's credit, unlike Duncan, he actually has made some strides on defense. Not enough, but he's actually shown some. And I think that's what he needs to do the next year, is develop the body a little bit more and be a little bit more of a defender. And then you give him that elevating job, because he will still be kind of a weakness. And that's kind of what exposed Duncan now, that if you do have a two-way player on the bench, well, then use the two-way player. And then that's why I would say, well, then use Depot as a starter instead, because he is a legit
Except, you know what? The starting lineup I gave you of Bam and PJ and Kyle and Jimmy, you have 4 defenders on the floor. So you would only have 1 defensive wink link in Tyler. He might be better off as a starter. Right now he's playing minutes sometimes alongside Duncan Robinson. Oh, my God. I mean, that's when you get into
not many minutes lately.
Yeah, well, exactly. And for that reason, so in a way, you might be better able to hide, it sounds weird, Tyler Hero's defensive deficiencies as a starter than as a reserve. There might be something to be said for that as well.
God, you know, the beauty is they've got some sweet ass problems, man.
Yes, yes.
I mean, that is the best
Eric
part of all.
You have high class problems. You have no problems.
Yeah, man. I mean, we didn't even remember. We started the season talking about, do they have a backup point guard? We had no idea what Gabe Vincent would turn into. As much as we all liked a little bit of what we saw from Gabe Vincent, we saw even Max Strus. We like what we saw from Max. You know, all these guys have just grown up so much. And Caleb Martin, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan of Caleb Martin. He's as perfect a Heat player as it gets. You know, it's just you want to keep the. You know, it's almost like I feel like a Dolphin fan. You know how Dolphin fans want to sign every free agent.
Yeah.
They want to trade for everybody that becomes available. It's like it doesn't matter. That's kind of what I feel like, and that's the part that's going to hurt after this season, because there's going to be a painful loss in the offseason. I don't know who it is. You know, I won't call the Duncan trade a painful loss, but I'm talking about the young guys that you develop.
And old guys. There's 3 of them. If you lose PJ Tucker, he's going to be hard to replace, because Jay Crowder was hard to replace last season. So let's not understate that. That's one. If you lose Caleb Martin, because the most you can offer him is $44 million over 4. That would be a degree of loss also. And if you lose Victor Oladipo after working so diligently on his comeback, that'll hurt also. So I don't think this is an offseason where you might be asking me, Big O, when we're sitting there in Vegas Summer League doing our Accurate Pembroke Pines reports, hey, Ira, who are they getting? To me, the question is going to be, Big O, can they retain? If the Heat can retain, hell, they're the number 1 seed. They look like they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Sometimes you need a summer of stability. You have your summers where you sign your Kyle Lowrys, where you get your Jimmy Butlers. Sometimes you can just sit back and go, you know what? We're pretty goddamn good. That's what the Suns did. That's why they're in a good place again.
I'm with you. All right. You like them tonight?
I like them tonight, but I'll like them more when I see what Joel Embiid looks like, if he's out there, and what he might look like.
They beat him with or without Joel Embiid. It's just, he's not going to be himself either. I just think that's going to be tough for him. I don't think he plays anyway, but well, we will see. What are you working on the Sun Sentinel down the stretch here leading up to game time so folks can
Bunch of stories. I posted a story at sunsentinel.com this morning how because Bam Adebayo was so versatile, it always seems the one thing he doesn't do, people pick on. So when he's passing and defending, they go, why isn't he scoring? When he's scoring and he's passing, why isn't he defending? It's almost like he does too much too well. So there's always a box you can look and go, whoa, what about that box? He's almost a prisoner of his own versatility. Have a story on that. I'm doing a story on Dwayne Dedman, going to post soon about how he's shown he can play against smaller lineups. He says, look, I guard Bam in practice every day. I'm getting enough practice guarding against quick guys. He's had his moment in the series. He did certainly in the first quarter. Last game, so I'm working on that. And all day we'll be updating the Heat injury report. Kyle Lowry, 6 players questionable. And of course, the Joel Embiid watch will go right till game time. So check back at sunsentinel.com. If there's an update, I'll try to have it for you.
And if you're listening on the podcast, Ira Heat Beat on Twitter, so you can stay in tune. And 3 times a week here exclusively on this platform. Ira, have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the basketball.
Catch you next week. Thank you, Big O.
You got it. That is Ira Winderman and our Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
You've been listening to the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat and NBA Report with Ira Winderman. When you're looking for award-winning service and great deals from the #1 volume Acura sales dealership in the Southeast United States, you go to Craig Zinn Acura of Pembroke Pines at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
All right. So apparently you all are freaking out, huh? Yeah, the phones are about $10,000. Yeah, and the service easily about $250 a month is where you're going to have to pay. These are commercial phones, man. These things are digital. They go into a computer. It's not like, some $35 phone you go buy at Walmart. Dougie First says, however, I remember when he had the phone lines and literally nobody used them. Yeah, nobody uses them. So, and Dizzy's like, if everyone chipped in, phones could work. No, they can't, Dizzy. Radio doesn't work, and TV doesn't work, and phones don't work. Move on, my man. Life moves on. Life evolves. You must evolve with life. Phone lines are not needed. Do you realize that we didn't talk to Ira on a phone? We talked to him through a digital platform. Okay? We didn't talk to him on a phone. Not a phone, but a platform. Not a phone, but a platform. Okay? You don't get any Dolphin and Real Heat information on the radio. No. You get it on a platform. Move on. Forget your radios. Forget your televisions. It's all about platforms. You're not going to regular stations anymore. It's the way it is, my man. But if you're more than willing to spend the $10,000 on, a nice Telos system for us, we're ready to go. We'll do it. We'll put them in there and we'll call them the Dizzy lines. And Dizzy can spend, because a lot of you talk a lot of shit. And then when you realize what it takes to put together some of the production that we have to do, it's like, because I always love the guy that says, oh, you got too many commercials. Oh, really? Okay. So you want how do you think we employ 16 people? You think we employ 16 people for free? They're employed. It takes money to do all of this. And it takes a lot of energy. And that's why I take Nature Bee every single day. Those 2 golden capsules, baby, right there. 27 vitamins and amino acids, 28 powerful antioxidants. Allows me to fight off all that nastiness walking through casinos, flying in airplanes, dealing with people. You know how many, we met a couple hundred fans over the weekend of the draft over at Tommy Rockers. That was awesome, by the way. Thank you all out there. Taking pictures with a bunch of people. Here I am. 2 golden capsules, plenty of energy. Flew back from Vegas last night. I'm doing a radio show now. I got a meeting afterwards with a potentially new sponsor. And then I go to Hialeah Park to go do 2 hours this afternoon from 4:30 to 6:30 with the weigh-ins. Energy, energy, energy. 2 golden capsules, protecting my immune system, my hair, nails, everything, digestion, it helps. You name it. Little sports injuries, the creakiness, cleaning that stuff out a little bit there. Plant pollen is from Mother Nature. Clean, green New Zealand. Great for the kids. Great for the family. I've been taking it for 20 years, folks. Go to naturebee.com. Use my code right there, Big O, and get free shipping on the plant pollen. And by the way, I use the Nature Bee lip balm the entire trip in Vegas because your lips get dry and you need, it's like chapstick. Their version of chapstick. You got check that out too. Works great. Dougie Fresh says, I just found out that MTV's first Metal Music Awards went to it went to Jethro Tull. Yeah, we lost our shit when they did that. Yeah. It's like, dude, don't you guys know that's not metal. It's like prog rock. What's wrong with you? But so when I was on with Paul Castronovo today, on Big 106, and he's introduced me because, I've known O forever, and he's a sports guy, and everybody knows him, but he's really a rock guy, and he'll tell you he's a rock guy. and I'm right. He's right. I am a rock guy. I did want to do a little rock DJing, man. I think I would be a fantastic rock DJ. I think I would be a really fun rock DJ. That's the only thing that I would do with the corporation. I would never work I would never do talk radio ever again. I told you guys this. I would never, ever, ever, ever go back to any local crappy radio station and work for any of these garbage corporations that don't allow you to really do talk radio. We're fine here on our own platform. We're doing just fine. We're going to do great here. And we're going to grow. We have 16 people working here. I hope it's 30 by this time next year. We have 16 people working here, making money, and we're not even a year in. June 14th will be a year. And how about this? Dizzy's going to buy phones and everything. So how about that? Dizzy, our 1-year anniversary is coming up, June 14th, of restarting the podcast. You've $10,000 for that Telos system. And $250 a month. You got to, by the way, Dizzy, if you're going to pay for the monthly system, I'm going to need the money up front for 12 months because I don't trust you, because I don't know you from a hole in the wall. So you will have to pay a year up front. I'm not going to take a month. I'm not chasing your ass around month to month for the $250 to pay. So you're great. Wow, Big O, 16 employees, good for you. I'm self-employed farmer, and it's hard enough keeping track of me. We try, my brother. We try. We're not done yet. But yeah, we have 16 people working on this show. So QAM and all these people can kiss my ass because we're crushing them. So we download more in one day than QAM does in an entire week. All of their shows combined. So that's fine, bro. People know where to get real content, not fluff bullshit. So it's all good. Big O is a walking commercial after Vegas and doing a show today and working after the show. Well, that's what it is. Powered by Nature Bee, baby. Big O, you should stop taking Nature B for a little while so we can see the full effects. No, why do you want to kill me, bro? No, man, I'm powering through. I got a lot of things to do in life. I got a lot of things to accomplish. You know, I'm not one of those guys you slow down. You know what I'm saying? I got too much energy to stop. Nature B gives me too much pep in my step for me to stop. I'm so glad you do what you do, Big O. Keep it going. You rock. Well, we try, my brother. We try. I do it because it's what you would want. It's what I would want. I would want a real sports platform. You know, I've worked behind the scenes with the rest of the crap that goes on and what those guys have to deal with over there, you know, in other places. And I feel terrible for them, but they have no choice. If you want to work for those corporations, you got to deal with that. Big O, what primetime game do you think the Dolphins get? I have no idea, Devin. I don't even know what the schedule is. I haven't even looked at that. I'm still in Heat season and Panther season, and I'm watching my Inter Miami squad and the Miami Marlins, who unfortunately have lost 5 in a row now. But you know, well, they don't have offense, man. Well, you kind of knew that. That was going to be an issue. Rosendo, money is what makes the world go round. Amen to that. Chuck E. Cheese says, streams and podcasts so I can skip the stuff I don't care about 100%. Exactly. Who the hell wants to listen to a radio station and half an hour of it is, you know, traffic and commercial breaks and updates and just a bunch of waste of time. You know what I mean? And it's absolute. And then the best part about radio is they're lazy that they have to repeat segments and interviews and all that because they can't keep coming up with different content. You know, but that goes from the bosses. You know what I mean? That's when I was doing Onside, I told everybody on our shows, you cannot repeat content. You move on. There's no repeating interviews. There's no nothing. No, you do a 2-hour show, you do 2 hours of content. You do 3 hours, you do 3 hours of full content. You do 4 hours, you do 4 hours of content. It's the way it goes. You don't go repeating stuff. It has to go back to digital. That's where everybody's going to really listen to you. But, you know, that's why radio is dead. I remember the days when the only way to get Miami Dolphins news was either TV or newspaper. So thankful for social media and the Big O show. Thank you, sir. Everyone working in radio realizes it's broken. I left in 93 and it was financially broken then. Yep. But they can't do anything about it because, unfortunately, most people can't go out and stand on their own, the platforms and things like that. It's tough. It's not easy, man. This is hard. This is really hard to do this. I don't even listen to music on the radio. Yeah, no, nobody listens to music. I mean, very few people are listening to music on the radio anymore. You listen to your iTunes and your Spotify and your Stitcher, and that's what you listen to. Yeah, man. I'm with you there. Good morning, Big O. Was thinking about Power of Pollen yesterday. Never tried it, but I'm 55 and coaching high school performance junior tennis players. Think I need it. Plus, you're around people, so boosting the immune system. That's my favorite part. Not just the energy, but you know, it's all natural, man. And it helps with digestion too. So if you have a little bit of digestion problem, might help you out a little bit there too. Thank you, Big O, for breaking away from regular radio. Love the show and content. Well, it actually took them to fire me so I can do it, but yes. Some guy reached out to me on what's that, Messenger, right? Is it Facebook Messenger, right? And so so he goes to me, you know, oh, I'm glad you got fired. And you know, he was like, you deserve to get fired, this, that. And I'm like, yes, sir. Thank God I'm fired. I'm happy to be on my own platform. He goes, yeah, you probably wish you were on radio. No, I don't wish I'm on radio, but hey, listen, you can take pleasure in thinking that, oh my God, I wish I was on radio again. And no. Not, but if that's what makes you happy, man, that if somehow or another I'm miserable or I'm hurt and that makes you happy, then that's great, bro. I mean, it makes your life. It's good. I'm happy for you, man. It's funny. But, you know, I think if we got 16 people employed on the show, maybe we're not doing something wrong here. I don't know. Maybe. Big O, I believe the schedule comes out on the 14th. I'll be coming home for at least one home game and possibly one of the West Coast games. Nice job by you, Andrew. Big O, did you go to the Kiss mini golf? Yes, I did, actually. I did. Did I post anything from the mini golf on Twitter? I forgot. I forgot if I did post. I may have posted something on the mini golf. I'm not sure. I do have videos from it, and I don't know if I posted any of them. No, I don't think I did, huh? I did not post anything from the mini golf. How about that? But I do have stuff. I did go, and it's pretty cool. And I had a blast because they kept playing, obviously, they play Kiss songs that you want and stuff. So I told them, come on, you got to play Flaming Youth, Black Diamond. What else did, Do You Love Me? I had them play Strutter, a bunch of songs. It was fun. I had a great time. I was like singing Kiss songs while playing mini golf. It was fun. I've got to post some of those videos and show it to you guys. I do the one with the Gene Simmons and the tongue, but I was filming it and one-handed, and obviously I guttered it, which is typical of me to do something like that. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow night, Una Gran Noche de Boxeo 2 at Hialeah Park, baby. Going to be a lot of great fights out there, man. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. We'll have some of those boxers tonight here on the program this afternoon. So when you're driving home or you're hanging out at home at 4:30 this afternoon, we will be back on the platform live from Hialeah Park, and we'll be talking to some of the young boxers that are going to be taking the ring on Saturday night. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So check it out this afternoon. Jesse M says, I believe Omar truly believes in Tua. So, let me see. You believe Omar truly believes in Tua, but he has to do his job and report what he hears. No, actually, he has said on this show many times in different ways that he questions Tua. So I'm not sure what you're listening, but I know what I hear from Omar. And I tell him here on the show, okay, he plays both sides. He has played both sides with Tua. So, at least where I give Poupart credit is he doesn't screw around both sides. He says, yeah, I need to be proven wrong. And I give him credit. He said he chose a side of the fence already, whereas Omar's been working both sides of the fence. Anyway, all right, let's take a quick break. Give me a minute here to rest the voice and warm up the pipes here and get ready for hour number 2 on the program. If you want to get in on the Welt and Rayom text line, it's 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. You can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. And of course, if you want to become a sponsor, you want to pay for the phone lines, all those kind of things. We have a business line. It's not a request line. It's not an on-air line. We don't take phone calls there. But if you want to be a sponsor and you want to partner with us, 786-754-4664. If your company wants to sponsor our show, or if your company wants to bring us to your business anywhere in the world, we will travel. 786-754 4664. And of course, if you want to be just like Dizzle and you want to pay for, or Dizzy, that is, right? It's Dizzy, the Dizzy lines, right? If you want to pay for our phone lines because you think we need them, and you've got, a spare 10,000 lying around to pay for the phones itself, and then maybe, a couple extra thousand for the phone service for the year, hey, man, you can reach out to our business line there at the same time. All right? Hour number 2 is next.
This is the Sloman's Home Security Inside the Paint Show with Ira Winderman and Clay Ferraro. Check out Sloman's low-cost monitoring rates and how it could save you thousands on a security system at 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. The Big O Radio Show is looking for partners to join our growing platform. If your business is ready to reach an audience that starts in Florida, crosses the nation while expanding internationally, this is the program that provides that vehicle. The Big O Radio Show is ready to broadcast live anywhere in the world to represent your event or product. To reach out by phone, 786-754-4664. That's 786-754-4664. Or email bigoradioshow@yahoo.com. Help us grow as we provide the content and personal connection corporate entities will never achieve. South Florida's premier law enforcement agency is now hiring individuals like you. The Fort Lauderdale Police Department is now accepting applications for non-certified and certified police officer positions. Minimum requirements and qualifications can be found at flpdjobs.com. That's flpdjobs.com. Are you ready? The city of Fort Lauderdale is an equal opportunity employer.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Qbs Were at Miami Fanware in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at QbsWere.com or InnerMiamiWear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Qbs Were, the spot where Inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
The timeout is over. The Sloman's Home Security Inside the Paint program with Ira Winderman and Clay Ferraro is back. Access and manage your devices from anywhere with the My Sloman's app. Protect your family by calling 1-800-ALARM-ME. Here's Ira Winderman and Clay Ferraro.
I'm not sure why that came out, but we'll take it. No Ira Winderman, no Clay Ferraro. I don't know why, but that's, what happens. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. All right. I am posting the video now. One of the many videos at the Kiss Mini Golf. So once it posts, then I can actually play it for you guys here on our show, and you can check it out. All right, so we'll do that. We'll have some fun. I'll show you the video. I'll show you me guttering it because I did it. I was holding the camera and doing one-handed, and so what can I tell you? Not very good one-handed. But there you go. I'll give you a little taste of the Kiss mini golf. Anyway, if you want to get in on the Welton Rayom text line 855-912-1056. And of course, personal injury, criminal, commercial litigation, business, owner claims, criminal defense. Call my friends at Welt and Rayom. They will take care of you. 954-966-4646 if you are looking for a law office, bankruptcy, you name it, property damage. They're working on mine. They will take care of you at Welt and Rayom. 954-966-4646. Call them before you call anybody else. Do not call your insurance company. You call Welt and Rayom first. Then they will handle it with your insurance company or somebody else's insurance company so they don't bully you because they know the laws. You and I don't. Welton Rayom is there to protect you and your law and your rights. That's what it's all about. So call them 954-966-4646 for Welt and Rayom and tell them that Big O sent you. Let's see. Big O, I'm really disappointed in Omar. He either decided not to report the whole truth on the Tua story or he was lazy and did not report the whole story trying to make this look. No, he may not have had all the facts about not playing that day. That's all. But look, none of that matters anymore. You guys got to let all this stuff go. This is all about flow and not about Tua and not about Omar and not about golfing or whatever. If the kid can play 18 holes of golf, how can he not start for you? How is it that you decided to go with Jabroni Brisket? And as I told you back then when it was happening, and go back and listen to those shows. They're all there. I can't erase them. I mean, I can't erase them, but they're all there. I told you then, the dude legitimately thought he could win with Jabroni Brisket over Tua. That's why he started him. That's why he kept him in there. And eventually when Jabroni got hurt and he was about to get in and he finally said, no, that's it. Because he finally got the wake-up call and he said, yeah, no, this guy's not better than Tua, even banged up. This is about Brian Flores sabotaging that young man. That's the part that everybody continues. Forget whatever you think about the golfing, which is stupid, because most quarterbacks love to golf, by the way. A lot of quarterbacks are really good golfers. So I don't care about that, dude. And what is my quarterback supposed to be running gassers all day long with the linebackers? I'm sorry. I must have missed it. Is my quarterback supposed to be hitting the blocking pad and the sled? And is he supposed to be running cone drills and all that kind of stuff? I must have missed that. What are we talking about here with Tua or any other quarterback? What are they doing? What are we making it sound like? They're pumping iron like defensive tackles? Give me a break, dude. Get the hell off of this. This is about Brian Flores, who on this show we told you from day one, he never wanted Tua. Who's the only one that told you in the media, not South Florida media, the entire media, right here on this show. We're the only place that told you he didn't want Tua. We're the only place that told you he wanted another quarterback. And I knew it was Jordan Love forever, but I didn't say it because I can't say it. We're the ones that told you he was running roughshod through the building. That's exactly the words I kept using all year long. And I told Omar, I told Alan, I told Cameron, I told Marcel, I told Joe Shad, I told all of them. Go find out for yourselves. No one knew about it. Only yours truly. This is about a coach that never wanted the quarterback and did everything to try to make his point right by starting him against the Rams, which was incredibly stupid, plus you were winning. And on top of all of that, you didn't want to draft him, and you wanted to go with Jabroni Brissett over him. There are several examples that prove, and it was obvious with his body language, that he didn't like the kid, that he wasn't in his corner. So that's what this story is about. It's not about Tua. Anybody that questions Tua's work ethic, whether you're Omar or anybody else, you're out of your effing mind. And look, as I told Omar when he was with me on Tuesday, of an interview that obviously has gone viral and blown up all over the place, I told Omar then in that interview, you can't listen to players all the time. They don't always know what's going on. For Christ's sake, more than half the players in this league don't even understand the collective bargaining agreement. So, sometimes, and I've done this, that's the difference between Omar and myself and almost every other writer and reporter that's ever walked into a building and talked to players and coaches. I disagree with them in their face. I don't go back on radio and tell them, oh, no, I'll tell them to their face. I disagree. I think you're wrong. I think you got the wrong information. Sorry. That's the difference. When I was a beat person, okay, if I disagreed with the player or the coach, they knew about it right there and then. So if a player would tell me certain things about Tua, I would say, that's wrong, dude. You're wrong. But you got to have the information. So if the kid's not told he's going to start and he can go play golf, fine. But the coach also says, well, wait a minute. You're going to play 18 holes of golf, but you can't grip a football and throw it? Or you choose not to put him out there because you want to go with Jabroni Brissett and you want to try to win the game and prove to everybody you can win the game. I know I don't need Tua, but you had a winning record with Tua, not with everybody else. Whatever, man. It's just, these are the silly things that keep happening, and I don't understand it. I don't know why this kid gets the heat he gets when he doesn't deserve this heat. He hasn't done a damn thing to deserve this heat. All he's done is work his ass off, be treated like crap, play with a bunch of crap, and yet he's handled everything with the utmost class. As I said, his first year that everybody called disastrous, I thought he was outstanding. Why? Because of everything he had to overcome just to get through the season. But that's just me, and that's all on record. And everybody, oh, he's mediocre. But wait a minute, didn't he win more than he lose? Didn't he throw more interceptions didn't he throw more touchdowns than interceptions? So what's your problem? Didn't he play coming back from a hip injury that no one else did? Didn't he not have an off season? Wasn't he not the starter? Didn't he not get the number one reps? But yet he overcame all that shit and a coach that hates him and didn't want him. But no, he had a shitty year. Screw you, man. I mean, it just gets to a point where it's just stupid. It's ridiculous. It's ignorant. Get him the damn support, and now we're going to see. And at the end of the year, I'm going to have a field day here. I'm going to have a field day here because I am going to roast a lot of mofos. My dad golfed with Garrow Your Premium, said he wasn't very good. Yeah, he wasn't very good at kicking either, or throwing the ball, that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm the boss. I'm smarter and better coach than anyone else. That's him. That is Brian Flores. It's a gift. He was, the good Lord said, you shall be a great football coach. And that's it. Big O, you can't play for Saban and be lazy. No way, no how. Of course not, Emilio. That's all you need to know. Oh, he's lazy. He doesn't have work ethic. The dude played for Saban, led his team for Saban. Saban said, kid, come off the bench and save us. So he's going to go to a lazy guy? Come on, man. I mean, it's just, these are things that I just don't understand it. And to me, as I've told you before with Flo, where Flo lost it with me is he doesn't admit the obvious. And then he lies to you and he says, no, I like the kid. No, you don't, dude. You weren't a fan of his. You did not want him. So just say it and admit it. Say that you were against having him on the team. And you know what? If you were a real man, say, hey, yeah, you know what? I didn't want to. I wanted Jordan Love. But you know why he can't say he didn't want Jordan Love? Because Jordan Love hasn't done anything. And it was so bad for Jordan Love, apparently, behind the scenes, that they weren't willing to part with Aaron Rodgers. But they were willing to part with Brett Favre when they had Aaron Rodgers because they saw Aaron Rodgers. You're willing to part with Peyton Manning because you got Andrew Luck, right? So, that's how life is. You have your replacement. We're like, we're sorry. We thank you for all of your services and this and that. Thank you, Matt Ryan, but we're going to trade for Deshaun Watson. Oh, we don't have Deshaun Watson. But you know what I'm saying? That's when you're willing to part ways with the guy. But when you're not and you're asking Aaron Rodgers to come back, that means Jordan Love must be scaring the hell out of you behind the scenes. So why doesn't big bad Brian Flores come out and say, hey, I didn't want to. I wanted Jordan Love. I got to admit. Maybe he's like my guy Omar. He doesn't want to take the L. Oh, and we all take the L. All of us at one point or another, many times. But man, if you're not willing to admit it, come on. Big O, who do you like in the Derby, Christopher? I'd be lying to you if I don't know, man. I haven't even looked at it. Don't know the whole field. I haven't at all, man. So I can't comment on it. I'm so sorry. Best move the Dolphins did was to get rid of Flores. Amen. Because that I think can save everything now. And we got a chance to keep everything together and keep it going from here. Troy says, it's simple. If Tua was good, he wouldn't be getting any heat. However, he's mediocre. So people criticize top 5 pick that came in with a lot of hype. I mean, is he mediocre? Is he that bad? Is that the way people look at it? That's not what I see. I see a kid that is not allowed to shine because of the crap around him. I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. Warren Sharp, who I've had on many, 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 many times, does a really good job. Do you know who the top 10 QBs were in the red zone in 2021 based on a success rate? EPA, by the way, a minimum of 50 attempts. Okay. Number 10 was Teddy Bridgewater. Number 9 was Aaron Rodgers. Number 8 was Kirk Cousins. Number 7 was Jimmy Garoppolo. Number 6 was Ryan Tannehill. Number 5, or 4, that is, tied, was Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady. Number 3 was Jalen Hurts. Weird. Number 2, Josh Allen. Number 1 was Tua Tagovailoa in the red zone. He was also one of the best QBs with a deep ball. There are things that he does that are pretty elite with garbage around him. Let's see what he does now with really good talent around him and maybe a line that can block. See what happens. That I know what's going to happen when he has success. They're going to credit everybody else. The problem is what you don't understand, those of you that are going to say that, is he wasn't ever the problem. It was everything else around him that was the problem. Tua is not broken. He may be slightly injured and getting healthy from a hip, and he's probably 100%. And, you know, I'm not sure what Poupart was watching, but if you go watch those videos, you clearly see when the trainer puts out those videos, you can clearly see the hip movement. It's much better from one year to another. You can see the zip on the ball. Right now, there's a little more zip on the ball than there was the year before at this time. So he's a healthier quarterback now than ever. That I do believe. But he was never the problem and never has been the problem. Everything else around him has been the problem. And that's what I wish people would understand. That's all I can tell you. 855-912-1056. That's 855-912-1056. If you want to get in on the program. And don't forget, while you're watching TV this weekend, you got to tap that app with Liquor Split, a flat fee of $2.99, folks. Yes, sir, flat fee, no hidden fees. $1 of that $2.99 goes to helping homelessness in Miami. So while you're watching the Heat tonight, the Panthers tomorrow night, and you want to get some drinks, maybe you ran out of a little wine, you ran out of some beer, you want some more whiskey, but you don't want to go out. We don't want you drinking and driving or anything like that. Stay home. Tap that app, download it on iOS or Android, and get the Liquor Split app. We've been telling you about the Liquor Split app now. It is one that you want to take advantage of, okay? Yes. Don't you love Liquor Split?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Yes.
Sizzling.
Very sizzling. So it makes the difference. Order that Liquor Split app, download it. Tell them about that liquorsplit.com right there. Go to the website. You can check out the menu. You can check out all the different products there on the website. You can check it out on the app, then order. Even mariquitas, all kinds of potato chips, and even mariquitas you can order there on the Liquor Split app. You're really going to love it, all right?
What are you waiting for?
That's right. Download it, iOS or Android. Liquor Split. AFC East is loaded, sir. Yes. Willie says, we're going to have fun with Tua. Trust me. Dwayne says, Big O, I'm riding with Tua till the end, and all the haters can eat crow. I can't wait. I'm with you there, man. I am with you there. No doubt about that. All right. Let's have some fun. Let's talk a little Miami Dolphins football. Omar Kelly is ready to go with our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Oh, great. You got a doorbell camera. Now you got a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
No.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Get out of my house!
Ooh, Mom's jewelry. There goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Sloan's, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, a free doorbell camera.
Free?
One that'll actually work for you. It's not total security unless it's the Sloan Shield. Call 1-800-ALARM-NATE.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. The Big O Radio Show is home for the hardcore Dolphins fan. That's why we give you Omar Kelly twice a week. Buckle up. It's time for the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins Report, exclusively on the Big O Radio Show.
Hi, we ready to rock? We ready to roll? First of all, I got to say good morning and thank you, Omar. Thank you. Well, apparently the Paul Castronovo show kept calling you and trying to get you on, and you avoided their calls. And so they called me because of the our interview on Tuesday, which of course has stirred shit up. And I told them, I said, well, you probably didn't answer because you get a bunch of stuff that you don't answer. But I told him anyway, he's exclusive. He can only be on our platform. He couldn't be on your show anyway. So I told him this morning when we were on. So we were having some fun. So I don't know why you avoided them. I don't even know if it was for that, or I'm sure you get 100 requests a day anyway. So
I'm loyal to you, Big O. I'm loyal to you. You and I Am Athlete and Sun Sentinel. People who put money in my paycheck, money in my bank account.
That's right. That's right. It's just I love the people that think that they think we do all this for free and for fun, and it's not really a job for us and all that kind of stuff. No, it takes sponsors. It takes great people like Eric at EJD Construction and all our other great sponsors in order to put this platform together, dude. Omar, we're up to 16 people employed on this platform. 16.
That's impressive, but I'm not surprised. Listen, I'm not surprised. And thanks to all the sponsors and people got to know that the best way to support the product is to support the sponsors. Yeah. I'm getting ready to call Schloman Steel, see if I can get myself an alarm.
Oh, there you go, Slomans. Yeah, baby.
Eric already does work for me. EJD Construction. I need him to get serious about putting a fence in my backyard, but I got to get some more Big O checks for that.
Okay. Well, they're coming. They're coming. That's for sure. So that they're coming, and they come on time, Omar, which is something that has never happened to you in locally here in South. Because I'm sure I Am Athlete pays you on time, and I'm sure the Sun Sentinel pays you on time. But all your other experiences have not been, because I've seen it personally. So I pride myself that I pay all of our people on time. Okay, so. It's a beautiful thing. It's nice. Feels good, actually. No, but seriously, 16 people from restarting it on June 14th. It's pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. And hopefully we'll be adding more by maybe by next year. We double this number with some other things that I want to complete on this platform. So hopefully we'll be able to get it done. Anyway, just out of curiosity, because I got plenty of reaction. What was your reaction from the Tuesday interview on
I live in a bubble, so I generally don't really pay attention to what most people say out on the social media streets because I'm protecting my peace. I don't really, and the most troubling thing is people are under the premise that Byron Jones is my veterans defensive source on the team. And I've literally never had a private conversation with Byron Jones. Never.
No, we all know it's X. It's not Byron Jones. Listen, we all know X is your buddy.
Listen, you get in my business too much.
I think I caught you at dinner last night somewhere with him.
Does X need me? No, he does not need me. So listen, I talk to multiple players, different levels of players. It's one thing I've always known is that, and maybe it's because of the team that I cover, everybody's never always all on board with the quarterback. Never. It never happens. At least maybe not since I've been here. The defense usually hates the quarterback. Maybe that's because it was Chad Henne and Ryan Tannehill. They never hated Matt Moore.
They haven't had really a franchise guy yet, right? And then hopefully this is the guy.
I'm wondering. You can go into this because I'm curious because you covered these teams. Did the Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor era Dolphins defense, did they dislike Jay Fiedler?
They effing loved Jay Fiedler.
That's what I thought.
They effing loved Jay Fiedler, buddy.
And I thought Jay was just an okay quarterback. So I guess it's just been the caliber of quarterbacks that they've had, or the nature of them not being a leader. And I think Tannehill kind of exposed that this week in his comments. Yeah. And say whatever you want.
Tannehill's lived that sheltered life as a quarterback, so it's a whole different ball. Whereas Fiedler, remember, Fiedler was not the first round pick. He was the undrafted, unheralded backup that came in and then did well against the Dolphins in a playoff game. And then when he was here, he was such a tough son of a bitch that he went through so many injuries and he never pointed fingers. He never made excuses. When he made a mistake, he took all the heat for the mistake. I just think people respected the fact that Jay Fiedler left everything on the field every time he played. And I think that's nobody will ever tell you, oh no, Jay Fiedler was a monster and he was a great quarterback, right? He was exactly what you said. He was an okay guy. If he had to throw the out pattern, he had to roll to whatever side he was throwing it so he can make it a little shorter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a gun, but I get it. But overall, he was solid for them and he sold out for them. And I think those players saw that and they appreciate it. They knew deep down inside he wasn't the answer. But they also knew that, okay, well, until you get me somebody better, I'm going to war with this guy. I'm good with him. You know what I mean? And I think that's where that bond was. That Jay sold out, bro. He was as tough as they come, and he was a leader. He was a leader. He had leadership qualities to him. Good dude, man. Good dude. I like him. Obviously, I like him because I got him here in my room.
I got a Chad Henne bobblehead. That doesn't mean anything.
I said I like him because he's in my room. That's your problem, not mine. Okay, that's yours. Chad Henne's bobblehead ain't making it in my studio. I'm just saying that's your choice. You choose to make bad choices in life. There, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I got Jose. I got Ibis. I got Tua. I got Freddie Mercury. I got Dan Marino.
Hold on. You got a Tua bobblehead?
Of course. And well, not a bobblehead, but I got a pop. Tua.
I don't even know what a pop is, but
yeah, you live in a bubble. Of course, you don't know it.
I live in a bubble.
I this interview all the time. Do you know who the Baby Yoda is?
Yeah, I know Baby Yoda. I haven't watched any of that Star Wars stuff. I don't even know where to start. Not that I'm interested. Me and
I'm surprised you even know the two words named Star Wars. Wow.
You know what? My brother was a sci-fi geek, and he made me watch Star Wars and Star Trek. Because I grew up in an era where there was like one TV in the house. So you had to take turns what you wanted to watch. So you made your appointment booking, and goodness gracious, there was always Star Wars or Star Trek on the damn TV. And I had to watch that. So as an adult, I never went to watch.
Cool home. That sounds like a pretty cool home to me. I'm good with both. I'm a bigger Star Wars geek than Star Trek. I like Star Trek, but I'm a Star Wars just absolutely.
I've said this to people, and they've tweeted me about it, but I'm behind on all of them, and I don't even know where to start. I don't know what order to watch them in, where to start. So, and I don't have Disney Plus. So it's just, what do you have this stunned look on your face for?
You have a daughter.
we're not there yet at the age where she's watching TV and it's all about,
All right, I'll give you a break.
Yeah, we're not at that age yet.
Where is she? How old is she?
Get there.
How old is she?
She's 14 months.
You're almost there, bro. 2 years.
I know, I'm almost there.
Okay, all right.
Can I keep my 1995 for a good 6 more months?
Next May, I better not hear this shit that you don't have Disney Plus.
Next May. Oh, next May. Oh, definitely. By 2?
Yeah, she's over 2. You gotta start feeding her the cartoons, bro. And you gotta, Disney. That's like
we watch PBS Kids. I just found another baby channel on television. There's free TV out there, people. There's free TV.
Hey, cheapo, spend a couple bucks, okay? All right? All right? You're making a couple bucks from this show. You can pay for Disney Plus.
Hey, man, I got a wife. Those are expensive.
A little spare change outside of what we pay you every month.
Those are expensive. Then I got to go get the Mother's Day gifts. Come on, man. These aren't cheap. These cost money.
There you go. I came through last night. I brought the wife 2 gifts from. Well, actually, I gave her a 3rd gift, but that wasn't necessarily wrapped. But it's different. But yeah, 9 days. No, 9 days. I felt like a volcano coming home. I felt like Tim Tebow first getting married.
Is Tebow married? No, he's not married.
Yeah, he's married.
What?
Yeah, he got married, bro.
Tim Tebow got some cutty?
Yeah. Lolo hasn't. That thing is still rotten with webs and shit. She hasn't used it yet. She's still saving it for one guy, and she's in her mid-30s or something. It's like, man,
I watched the challenge.
You have missed out on years of great sex, Lolo. What is wrong with you?
I watched the MTV challenge. That's my thing. That's like the only appointment watching I have other than sports. I have to watch it when the season's there. And she's been on the challenge. She's been on 2. She's been on Superstars, and she's been on a regular season of the challenge. And that chick is so tightly wound.
I know. Well, she doesn't get laid. She doesn't get laid. Trust me. I think we all get a little uptight when we're not getting laid. You know what I'm saying? So that woman's bottled up for years now, not getting laid. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's keeping her relevant in society. Like, it is what it is.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's keeping her relevant, but man. Dizzy says free TV is called Fire Stick. But you know what? Disney Plus does have all the movies too, like somebody is mentioning. So you can watch. But besides the kids, you can watch some stuff on your own.
You know what? I have a problem with the Fire Stick, and maybe this is the era of when I was using it. All the updating, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I ain't got time for that.
Right, I got you. No, I get it. It makes sense. Just pay for the damn Disney Channel. It's only a couple bucks a month, and you'll be fine. It'll save your ass. All right. So, what are you working on this week at the Sun Sentinel? What's the angle you're using this week for the Dolphins? Besides Tua going to the Super Bowl? You got us. So either he can't play, he doesn't have a strong arm, he's too short. What is it? He's too Polynesian, but now he can take
what's funny?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's funny? I know I'm not a member of Tuanon.
No, you're not. You're not on the bandwagon.
I've been kicked off. But we had a question. We just did our final episode of X's.
We're about to back up the thing and run your ass over, by the way. Not just you're off, but we're about to back up the damn thing and run your ass over. But go ahead.
But there was a question on X's and Omars. We did one yesterday for sort of the final offseason wrap. And the question was, if Tua is an elite quarterback and stays healthy, can this Dolphins team make it to the Super Bowl? And I said, if he's like if Tua is a top 10 quarterback and he stays healthy for an entire season, can this Dolphins team make it to the Super Bowl? And my answer was absolutely yes. And the reason why I said yes, which you can find on the Sun Sentinel's website, just to promote some of my content.
Teaser.
What?
Teaser.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I did a breakdown of the entire roster, 2,000 words on breaking down every single position. There is a young player, and there is the young developmental player, and there is a veteran player in every single unit on this team. there are a defense that basically lost 2 pointless cornerbacks and safeties. McCourty, who you didn't really need, and he was a progress stopper, and then Justin Coleman. That's the only pieces you lost on defense. You added Tyreek Hill. You improved your offensive line. Yes, I'm not comfortable with the center spot. You re-signed Mike Gesicki. You still have X and Byron Jones. You at one point in the last 2 years were probably collectively a top 5 defense for, I'm going to guess, maybe 14 of 32 weeks in the regular season. You are a top 5 defense. There's no reason why you shouldn't be a Super Bowl contending team if Tua is a top 10 quarterback. Like, what's the reason?
Right. Well, what I would add to you is if Tua is a top 10 quarterback, you are correct. I think they can go really deep and even to the Super Bowl. Why? Because if Tua is a top 10 quarterback, that tells me they're blocking. That tells me they're running. That tells me that Mike McDaniel and his staff are actually the game planners, game designers that they need in order to move forward. That's because, again, I am from the school of Tua is not the problem. The problem has been the crap around him. So if you're fixing the crap around him, then I know the kid will move forward. You know what I mean?
People have this narrative that he's the problem. He's 13-8.
I know.
Like, and people will be like, "Oh, he's a passenger on those 13." And I could give you case by case, game by game instances where he's put the team in position to win, either by giving them a double-digit lead by converting in the third quarter and allowing the defense to pin their ears back, or coming from behind, or giving your team the lead, even in losses like against the Falcons and Jacksonville in the fourth quarter. He hands his defense the lead. They don't take care of business. So, and I'm not of the opinion that he's the problem. I think crap offensive line, bad coaching, lackluster run game. That's been the problem. Is he phenomenal? No. Is he a franchise quarterback yet? No. But he's not the problem.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, because Poopar says he doesn't notice it, but I notice it. But I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see the video Perform put out earlier in the week that it showed Tua the year before and then the year after? Do you notice the difference?
No, I don't notice it. No, I don't notice it.
All right.
I
can tell the hip is more flexible. The pop out of the ball is coming out a little bit faster. I mean, you can tell there's
when I see him throw,
you should look at it again. Look at it a few times.
I don't need to look at it on video. When I see him throw in person, and I will have the opportunity to see him throw in person, if I'm still around, I swear to God, I'll tell you.
Why? The Gazette offered you a contract?
I swear to God, I will tell you, because it was very noticeable the first time I saw Tua throw. You were like, oh, that arm isn't good. And everybody had the same response. Like, yo, that arm isn't what we thought it was. And he's made the best of it. It's not, throws with precision, timing, accuracy. He throws balls with arc. And those are good. You could win with that. Chad Pennington had a pretty damn good career with that. Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't have a superior arm to Tua. There are a lot of quarterbacks out there that don't have the gun, the cannon, the holster. But what Tua needs is a little bit more velocity. And when I see it, I'll say it. Last camp, I told you that you could see he's got a better grasp of the offense. He's got more pocket presence. No pass rush, so he was executing the offense a lot better in training camp. You should see continued progress and continued improvement.
Well, I listen, to me, I just think that's what's going to end up happening if these guys are what we think they are as coaches and as game designers. I think that's definitely going to set them up. All right. Are you hearing anything else moves wise that they're going to make? They do have $20 million under the cap.
Obviously, they're not as concerned about Dieter than some other folks are, like you also. but
they should be. They
huh?
should be.
Okay, but apparently, I mean, they
As
coach up.
as I wrote in the column,
the guys that came in are kind of experts on the offensive line. So.
No. We're not. I don't get no.
Oh, that's right. Isn't that their expertise? Don't they know?
No, I don't get them.
Game?
They didn't see it. They haven't seen it. So
watch the film.
No,
watch the film.
They haven't seen it. Here's the thing. I wrote a column about Dieter, and I feel like I'm picking on Dieter because, he's the only weak link on this team from a positional depth standpoint. One, there is no legitimate backup to Dieter. Nobody, unless they're gonna have Liam Eichenberg trained to play center. Right. There is no backup to Dieter. Now,
what is it? Ty Clary has experience as a center, but
I don't count undrafted players until they start to whoop ass. They're invisible.
Right. No, I get you. But what I'm saying is they don't have a lot of experience, and that's only
they have no experience.
Has some experience.
Nobody has snapped a football on an NFL roster outside of Michael Dieter, and that's a problem considering after Dieter went down, you had to have 4 centers to address the spot. So. Treader, Billy Price, Trey Hopkins, Nick Martin, Matt Paradise. I don't care who it is, and I don't care how much it is. You need a backup here. But my biggest issue is with Dieter, he's never won a starting spot. He's always been gifted a starting spot because of his draft status or because they didn't want to invest in a progress stopper. Last year with Matt Skura never spent a day with the starting unit. Dieter was gifted that spot. And I think that's an unhealthy practice. His rookie season.
But that has nothing to do with these guys. This is a completely new set of guys.
It looks like it's the same thing happening. No, it still has something to do with these guys because that's a Chris Greer situation. And Chris Greer has a high opinion of Dieter. Chris Greer claims teams have always tried to trade for Dieter. Okay, where has the field production and performance back that up?
Well, there are no coaches. Now they have coaches. So now let's Omar, you want to put the cart before the horse.
No, I want to put players on the roster.
Can we? I just told you that if Tua's going to be, if they're going to go to the Super Bowl, I told you why. Because McDaniel knows what the hell he's doing, because the line is playing well, all of those kind of things, right? So let's wait till the season rolls around and let's give Dieter an opportunity to be coached up by these guys.
Hold on, you're saying let's wait.
And by the way, how do you know Mike McDaniel didn't love Dieter back a couple of years ago coming out of the draft also? You don't know that.
He would have said it. He would have said it.
Maybe,
this guy would have said
not.
It.
Maybe not. Maybe you haven't asked that question yet to him.
No, we've asked that question. And they're cryptic about, we got a plan. We're gonna cross train a lot of guys, and maybe Solomon Kinley snapping, maybe
Omar, listen, when we have Pepe Le Pew coaching and he's never done it at this level, we can question it. When we have Charlie Fry fresh out of high school and 2 other stooges arguing about offensive calls, we can question.
Charlie Fry came from college.
Whatever he came from, he did nothing in the NFL either. But my point is, Frank and Mike and these guys are proven NFL people that know the line, that know running game. So if they like the kid and they haven't shown a desperation to get an option, which obviously he would want an option if he needs one. He wanted a running back that apparently got drafted by somebody else and he fell out of his chair, right? So he does throw out their options, right? The Eric Uzakama guy, whatever, I'm sure that's a Mike McDaniel, Wes Welker type of thing that came from them. So if those guys so desperately wanted to replace Dieter,
don't you think they would have by now, Omar? So
no, this is a situation where they're going to probably wait till
people the benefit of the doubt is all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't give the Dolphins any benefit of the doubt.
Not the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel and Frank, give them the benefit of the doubt.
I don't give. If you are, with the exception of Tom Garfinkel, if your name is attached to Tom Garfinkel and probably Jason Jenkins, if your name is attached to the Miami Dolphins in some capacity, I don't care if you're new, you're old, you do not get the benefit of the doubt with me. I'm sorry. I've watched 20 years of mediocrity, 20 years of bad decision, 20 years of seeing a problem coming and not addressing it. 20 years. 20 years of not winning a playoff game.
It. You needed an offensive staff. They got you an offensive staff.
Yeah, cool. All right. And when I see it, okay. I give you credit for it. But I'm not giving you credit for it.
Okay, but if it does happen, don't go playing both sides of the fence here.
No. When I see, I'm very consistent. When I see it,
yeah.
When I see it,
playing both sides of the fence and not taking the L.
Well, no. When I see it with my eyes, I give you credit for it. Until I see it, you get no credit because you're part of the Miami Dolphins, and I get it. They understand the issue and the crisis here. 20 years without a playoff win. 20 years.
No, I know.
22 actually.
I know. It's been a while.
You got a problem.
Was it Seattle or Indy? Which one was it? What was the last win?
I think Indy. I'm just guessing. It
was one of those two, Indy or Seattle.
We can't. You don't get credit for. I'm sorry. When you're one of those D and F students for every grade of school, like I don't give you benefit of the doubt when your dog ate your homework. Like no. Your history says no, you just didn't do your homework. And
did you like the additions of Chase and Mostert?
Yeah, I'm good with it. We discussed this.
So if you're good with that, why can't you be good with their decision of Dieter?
Have you seen Dieter?
But it's their eyes, not mine.
Okay, I've seen Dieter. I've seen Dieter for 2 years as a starter. It was
that,
below average.
But maybe he's not the problem. It's the crap that was around him that didn't help him. And by the way, as Poupart nailed it, he was right about this. Dieter was never Austin Jackson and Eichenberg terrible.
Yeah, because he's not
to make him point out like it wasn't like he was an incredible liability. Those guys were liabilities.
I agree with that.
Your boy Jesse Davis was a liability.
Listen, but you know what the difference is between Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg, and Jesse Davis? They're required to do heavy lifting during the game against the best defensive players.
And the center isn't?
Yeah, no,
making the calls on the line.
Jesse Davis in last year's scheme was generally majority of the time, 80% of the time, just a helper. Just let me help out here. Let me help out there.
Jesse Davis,
to the second level.
Jesse Davis wasn't helping anything. Okay.
No, I'm talking about Michael Dieter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Because
I'm sorry.
Jesse Davis was. I was gonna say Jesse Davis was hamburger helper out there. Okay.
Listen. In defense of Jesse Davis, you asked a guy to play a position, the most important position on the field for a left-handed quarterback, playing out of position on a bad knee.
With bad coaches,
which was a horrible recipe and a recipe for disaster.
Well, that's your buddy Flo. You smoked a peace pipe with him. I mean, did you ask him? Like, what were you thinking with Jesse Davis? And then he's going to turn to you and say, well, he's your friend. And then you're both like screwed in that conversation.
Listen, Jesse's not my friend anymore. Hopefully we will one day be friends again.
Jesse, now you suck. You're no longer my friend.
No. I mean, I was critical.
You abandoned them after they suck. Is that how it goes?
No. I never
abandoned you all that info. Davis. Once you get burned and toast, you're out of here, bro. You're gone.
I never abandoned Jesse Davis. Jesse Davis is a little mad at me. Was because I was very ultra critical, as I will be with anybody. Like, it is what it is. You're not performing. You got to get this whip. Like it is what it is.
At a time, like, hey, we're buds right now, but when you suck, I just want you to know I'll be ripping you. So you tell them that. You tell them ahead of time, hey, I love you, man. We got a great relationship going until you can't play.
Those O-line know I'm coming. Those O-line know I'm obsessed with that unit. I've written, 3 columns on the O-line this offseason? You get your
obsession with Jesse Davis was not healthy, by the way.
Stop it. Let it go. Listen, Jesse Davis, God bless him, because we'll see. We'll see. Austin Jackson will be out there at the most important position. You think if Austin Jackson could have played right tackle, they wouldn't have put Austin Jackson at right tackle instead of Jesse Davis?
I was just thinking about this. Jesse should actually change his name to Prudential, because that's exactly what you're going to need when he's blocking in front of you.
We'll see when he plays Minnesota.
So now when you see a jersey next year and it says Prudential, you're going to go, what the hell is? Oh, that's Jesse Davis.
I don't get the Prudential joke other than insurance. What am I missing here?
Yeah, insurance, like health insurance, like, the guy's going to get killed. Like
Prudential ain't health insurance.
Yeah, they do. Don't they do all kinds of insurance? Don't they do health also?
I don't know.
What do they do? Just home and car? Let me see.
You shouldn't be talking about insurance that isn't a sponsor of the Big O Show.
We don't have one yet. So Prudential, step up. Let's go. We need an insurance company. Let me see.
I certainly need some better insurance.
What do you have on your car? You have Geico?
My car's fine. It's the home.
Jesus
Christ. My insurance went up like $500. My mortgage went up like $500 a month.
I think it's only life. Let me see. Yeah, no, I think it's only life. There's no health in Prudential.
So you're saying Jesse Davis is going to get somebody killed? Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's what I kind of meant. That you're going to need some medical insurance. So okay, so so we'll do what's the name of that Spanish? Oh, Aflac. Yeah, we could call him Aflac. But what's the name of the local one, the Hispanic one that they're all over the place? They even do it in the Super Bowl, man. They're all over the place. What's their name? Come on, somebody help me out. That damn Hispanic one. But the Aflac one would be good. That's perfect. So he should go play for the Ducks.
Listen, their plan is to have Austin Jackson play right tackle. At least that's the tentative plan. I'm more comfortable with Liam Eichenberg than Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson has people cross his face way too much.
Leon Medical Center. That's it. Leon Medical Center. There are Leon in the back. That would be awesome right there.
So with that said,
yes,
we'll see how horrible Jesse Davis was and a different scheme. So I'm okay with right tackle from this standpoint. There's a lot of bodies here. That should be able to play that position. And if we're going off what most offensive line coaches do, which is play the best 5, I have a hard time believing Liam Eichenberg isn't going to be in the top 5. So, and we'll figure it out. But I don't understand why.
Why are you more confident about Liam Eichenberg becoming the right tackle and Michael Dieter not becoming a competent center?
Because I've got 2 years of sample size on Michael Dieter, and it's just okay.
And 1 on Eichenberg, and it was bad.
It was bad at times, but I think you were asking him to play a position that wasn't. You threw him into the deep end of the pool. He drowned a couple times. Like, let's put him.
By the way, Dieter's natural position is not center.
Dieter's natural position is not center. Dieter's a guard.
Right.
Okay. And
I'm just saying,
he played guard.
The breaks are giving Eichenberg, you're not giving Dieter. Hell, Dieter played tackle in a game that they needed him desperately, and kid didn't complain and anything. And
okay, so because somebody doesn't complain about their job, they deserve.
No, I'm just saying he was a team guy. I'm saying he's been a team guy.
Who isn't a team guy? You think Jesse Davis playing out of position on a bad knee isn't a team guy?
Some guy named Fitzpatrick?
What about Fitzpatrick? Why is he not a
I
team
don't know.
guy?
He said he wanted to be the, jack of all trades coming out of the draft. And then when they wanted to move him around the secondary, Minka said, no, I'm not doing
Oh, you're
that.
talking
I'm
about
not
Minka,
a
not
team
Ryan.
player.
No,
Your buddy Flo.
Minka just didn't want to be here.
Minka just hated Flo.
No, Minka didn't want to be here. Actually, Minka has a good relationship with Flo, according to my Pittsburgh Post-Gazette sources. Pittsburgh, he has a good relationship with Flo.
They're giving you access in the locker room in Pittsburgh, but not in Miami? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that I asked about it, and they were like, yeah, they get along great. It really,
Well, it's good for you because Minka's still a good player, so you can be friends with him. Once he sucks, then you can cast him aside. But for now,
you know what's funny? Minka was very weary of me because that's the corner I hang out in.
Who wouldn't be?
A lot of people wouldn't be. Jalen Waddle isn't weary of me. Gotcha.
He probably doesn't know you enough. That's what it is. It's eventually once he knows.
Listen. Well, I'm not a scary dude. If you don't perform, I bring it up. Like there shouldn't be any issue. Here's my theory on all this. On my reputation. Am I saying to you anything that your coaches are not saying to you behind the scenes?
I don't know. I mean, they believe in Michael Dieter. You don't. They believe in
just
Tua.
Because I say it in public.
You want to go trade for every other quarterback except Tua, but they believe in Tua.
You know why I stopped putting out clips of players' performances after games, the highs and the lows?
Why's that?
Because they just got in their feelings so much. It's like, okay, you go do a film study with your entire team, and the coaches can call you out. Your entire team or union, the coaches can call you out for the exact same play, but I put it on social media, and I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it works out.
Well, say goodbye, good night to the bad guy.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. All right, so what are you working on? What are you working on the Sun Sentinel bad guy before you leave?
I'm not. I'm going to F1 race.
Oh, okay, good for you. Are you? Do they have you covering it? Oh, okay, all right. No, who's got the assignment? Somebody got the assignment. Who got it? Dave Hyde?
No, Dave Hyde's Dave Hyde's all the good teams in South Florida. We got enough of a staff.
Well, the F1 is not a team, but that's a hell of an event, bro.
It's a hell of an event, and it's an important event to cover. But unfortunately, what has driven newspapers within the last, I would say, 5 years, if not decade, is we deliver what gets us clicks.
Right.
And if it don't get us clicks, we're not doing it. No matter how important it is, it's just not worth our resources.
Now, are you going to the event as in the media scrum, or did you actually get tickets?
I'm with my father, my uncle as fans. I'm only going today.
Today.
They are big racing guys. This was high on their priority list of things to do. I had no idea how important this race is, and it's a huge race.
Oh yeah,
worldwide.
Yeah, of course, it's F1.
I didn't know that.
I know you live in a bubble. We understand. We understand. Omar is the boy in the world bubble, right? Or because it's not really a plastic bubble, because that's only John Travolta is allowed in that plastic bubble.
I protect myself.
But yes, you are very protected from everything. Clearly, there's no doubt about that. Life goes completely past you, and you've never see it. You only see this is why you only live Dolphins, and that's kind of been, it's kind of been your misery the entire time.
I see it. It is no doubt the description of misery is an accurate description of what my experience has been.
Yep. Your years with the Canes and then the Dolphins. You have been really
No. I had good years with the Canes. Don't do that. Don't do that. I only had one bad year.
You did get some of the good stuff. Okay. All right.
I got the good stuff, and I got back-to-back Peach Bowls, and I got the Boise Bowl where a player got killed that season, and the team was in a fog, and college landscape.
Sounds like a lot of fun. That was a really fun season to cover then.
No, it was a bad season to cover. It really was.
Right.
But my
Did you
rest
cover
of my
any of the
tenure-
birds dying on the Boise State field?
murdered,
diving
murdered,
into the field?
murdered. Player was murdered.
No, but how about the birds that would die on the Boise State field?
I never
diving
saw any
in,
of that, but
thinking
I
that
had
it
a
was a
great
pool.
time in Boise. I will say that.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You didn't know about that story?
I've heard about that story, but I didn't see any of that. I didn't see birds die. Oh well, it's a blue. You think it's water. You're bad. I funny and keep this. Birds. The Dolphins' new practice facility. The first year with all the glass that they have on the practice facility and the bubble.
Right.
Birds kill themselves every day, crashing into it.
Nice. There we go.
I felt bad.
They were angry birds, like the commercial.
No, they just fly into it thinking it's clear and boom, break their neck.
You have no idea what I was talking about before, the angry birds?
I know about Angry Birds, but I've never seen the movie. I've never played the game.
How about the commercial? Have you seen the commercial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
But
I gotta test you. Once in a while, we score and you get one. That's pretty good.
But listen, I didn't know that birds die when they crash into glass.
Well, they're going at a high rate of speed. I mean, you might want to try yourself going at a high rate of speed, running into a wall. See how that works out for you.
I've done that. Who hasn't done that?
Ask Gus Farrat how that worked out for him.
I didn't die, though.
Neither did Gus Farrat, but he ended up concussed and out for the year after that, after he headbutted the wall after scoring a touchdown.
Came to Miami and had a phenomenal season.
Yes, he did. Only to fall short of the playoffs, but that's all right. He won.
I got to look at those numbers and see if those numbers would be a good year for Tua. The landscape again.
There you go. You had to put Gus Farrat and Tua in the same sentence.
I'm saying we're talking about it being a phenomenal season, right?
No, I didn't say it was a phenomenal season. I just said it was 9-7 and they fell short of the playoffs.
Okay.
That's all I said. This is a man that headbutts a wall. Who does those things? Yeah, look up the stats.
I gotta look up those stats, see if that would be good.
Gus Farrat forgot his stats after ramming his head into walls. All right, follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. Catch his work.
Wait for the stats?
It's Gus Farrat stats. I mean,
I'm just saying, but if Tua gave you those stats, 18 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, I'm good.
You'll do better. This year it'll be 30 plus.
Good Lord. I thought that was a good season. It was mediocre.
9-7. They didn't make the playoffs.
It's he had a 71.9 passer
It's rate. Gus Farrat. What are we doing here? It's Gus Farrat. The man runs into walls. It's not a guy we really want to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just stay away from it. That's not a time we really want to even enjoy, highlight, or even,
What about the last 2 decades is something you want to enjoy, highlight, and discuss from Dolphins land?
Ricky Williams, Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, Sam.
I'm talking about seasons, not individuals.
The Ricky Williams season, the 1,800-yard season was fun. That was fun, bro.
Wasn't that Gus Farrat year?
I'm not even sure who was Farratting then. I have no idea who was Farratting then. The 1,800 yards. Wow, he was that mediocre with 1,800-yard rusher. That's bad quarterbacking, bro. Oh, God.
Hold on.
If you have that kind of a running game, I wish Tua had an 1,800-yard back. Oh, my God.
No, Ricky Williams' season was 2002.
And that was what, Fiedler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
1,800 rushing yards. Whoa,
we started the show with it. We end the show with it, baby. Fiedler. It's all about Jay.
Good dude.
Yeah, great dude. All right, follow him on Twitter because he's a great dude too, at Omar Kelly, even though he hates Tua, and we got him off the bandwagon, but that's all right. We'll run him right over.
Are you serious? I hate Tua.
You don't believe in him. You're a disbeliever.
On the last X's and Omars, the most recent X's and Omars, I sing to his praises.
I know, but next week you won't, and then next month you will, and then
because I don't have to be a blind ass fan. I don't have to be a blind ass fan.
It's a seesaw. There's this, there's straddling fence. There's on one side, then you're on the other side. Yeah, you gotta have conviction and stay on one
as
side.
you say, I don't have to be a blind ass fan. There are issues that he has to address.
Okay. All right. I will personally stay.
Blind ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind ass fan coming through.
You see Gus Farad at the end? Huh? That was Gus Farad at the end. See, everything comes full circle on this show. Fiedler, Farad. It's the way it works, bro. It's the way it works. All right. Make sure you subscribe to the South Florida Sun Sentinel so you can get his crazy articles about Tua. And, of course, follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly so he can tell you about all the stuff that Tua's not doing playing football, like golfing and surfing and video gaming.
Playing
and
the
all that
ukulele.
Yeah, he's at hockey games now.
Video
oh, my
gaming.
God. How dare he attend a hockey game?
He went to a hockey game?
Off season. Huh?
He went to the
he
playoff?
he was at the Panthers yesterday,
Which
Omar.
teammates was he with?
No, he was with his family, I think. That's what I think I saw, mostly family, and he was with the Panther jersey and everything. So you can catch up to the rest of us. Yes, Tua was out there. But how dare he go to a hockey game in the offseason? I mean, how lazy is that?
Hey, bro,
Spending
listen.
Thursday night
on Tuesday, your day off, they want you in the building. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Quarterback.
He was all Panther decked out, boy.
On Tuesday, they want you in the building.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
All right.
But I heard you were going to be his caddy. Is that true?
I would love to be his caddy.
Sure, you would. Probably give him the wrong clubs.
I would actually.
You'd be the flow. You'd be the flow caddy because you'd sabotage his game. He need a putt. You give him a driver.
Sabotage.
Of course, no. Flo, no, he would never sabotage him.
Yeah, Flo would never sabotage anything. Flo just cares about winning.
Of course, winning his way, which indirectly sabotaged himself, which is great. That is key. All right, we're out of here. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly for the 8th time. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you next week, my brother. Have a great weekend.
All right, man.
You got it. There you go. Omar Kelly getting it done here on our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
You're listening to the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Omar Kelly. For additions, home remodeling, or custom work, call Eric at 305-433-4843. EJDconstruction.com is the custom home builder and general contractor you can trust. 305-433-4843.
Omar Kelly. All right, we start off hour number 3. We're deep already into hour number 3, as it is. This thing is completely off the rails, but it doesn't matter because it's our deal, so we can do whatever the hell we want, and it doesn't really matter. There's OK Coin, of course, a proud sponsor of our show. By the way, the dip over the last couple of days, a little extra dip that came in was awesome, 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 awesome. Did I tell you it was awesome? It was awesome. Those of you that are panicking, you just don't understand what's gone on for the last 5 months. You have had a blessing to be able to acquire some crypto at a great price. Not a financial advisor, but I am a man that just loves his crypto. And speaking of OK Coin, I have been loading up personally on the Avalanche, finding Avalanche in the 50s. And being able to stake it on OK Coin at 8.6% is a gift. Polkadot right now is at 10%. It's been up at 11, 12, 13, 14% over the last week. Polygon's at 7.3%. And right now, Polygon is at an amazing price to scoop up at just over $1 at $1.04. I mean, there's a lot of great buys going on. Cardano is down at 78 cents. And at OK Coin, you can stake it at 2.58%. It was at 4.4. It'll fluctuate or it'll go back up again. But, man, there are so many great deals. And whether you want to get Terra Luna's stable coin, Terra USD, You can stake it at 17%. You can stake Cosmos at 16%. You can stake Stacks at 10%. Tron, which is making a move, at 6%. Solana at 5.3%. There's a lot of great. And what I tell you this about staking, okay, because a lot of people tell you, okay, you love this company, like let's say Avalanche. I love the company. I think it's going to explode a couple $100, right? That's just me. But I'm getting it now in the 50s. Okay. When it jacks up and it goes well over 100, okay, now you're gaining money by it going in value, correct? But if you stake it at the same time, I'm now earning 8.6%. So while it's trading sideways, or maybe it's down a few points, I'm still earning 8.6% on it. I'm not done yet. So now you get that interest at 8.6%. But unlike the dollar, okay, so if you on your Apple card, you're getting 2% back. Okay, you're getting 2% back in money. Well, guess what? Gas prices are going up and food prices are going up and everything is going up. So your money's buying less. Here's the difference. When you're getting 8.6% back, you're getting it back in Avalanche. So you're getting it back at the current market price. So if they gave you interest at $58 and it goes up to $78, the interest they gave you now gained more value. So now your money's working three ways. Now you want the fourth way it works? You then grab that interest and restake it. So if you staked $100 and then you've gained over time, let's say $7 of interest, then you restake it. Now you're staking $107. And you restake it and you're gaining 114 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden you start earning even more money and more interest off that interest. So it's a way you make it work for you in three different ways. That's why it's really important to understand what you're doing when you're investing in crypto and how to maximize it. But patience is also the key because you're going to have volatility, but you must stay strong because over time, you're only going to get higher lows and higher highs. Not over a week and not over a month and maybe not over 5 months, but over a couple of years. You're going to see it over a year. From 1 year to another, you're going to see a climb. From 2 years, you're going to see a major climb. 3 years down the line, you're going to see a monstrous climb. But if you try to live in it day by day and week by week, it will drive you crazy. Unless you understand patience and understand the daily movement means almost nothing. And when you have these kind of moments like we've had for 5 months that people think, oh, it's terrible. Those of us that hodl and are patient are saying these are opportunities of a lifetime. So when I have a little extra money over the last 5 months, I buy here, I buy there, I purchase this, I purchase that. So when it does take off, you're the one that's going to benefit from it because you kept your patience and you kept buying at a low price and you waited till it exploded to then sell at a high. And while you're waiting, over the last 5 months, I've been earning interest on everything that I'm getting. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That, my friends, is your OK Coin Crypto Corner. All right? That's what it's all about. So invest in a little crypto. Trust me, it is the future. That's what I'm doing. Not a financial advisor, just a guy that loves crypto and really believes that this is the future. And we are all in on it, man. We're all in on it. And it's going to be a part of your everyday lives. I promise you that. And you'll notice it eventually. It's going to take a couple of years. But those of us that are getting in on it early on, this is why we're going to end up actually, in the long run ahead of time, ahead of everybody else because we were patient and we hung in there. All right. Your OK Coin Crypto Corner. The Miami coin, actually, it wasn't too bad. because we got a lot of interest early on. And by the way, now it's actually gone up a little bit. They're about to unstake it all, and I'll switch it over all to Bitcoin. It is what it is. You're going to have some things that are going to work and some things that aren't going to work. But because of the 424% interest, you didn't really lose out much if you lost out on anything. Because if you got the first couple of payments that came in were really high, then you've gotten some payments now that have been lower, but it's still at a higher interest rate. You know what I mean? It's a 424% interest rate. So you're still making that money back, that the value after it went down, you still ended up making some money back. So it's not that bad in the end. I converted it all to Bitcoin, and I'm waiting for it to all get unstaked now, and I will convert the rest into Bitcoin. That's fine. But those are things we knew about it ahead of time. See, Darren, from the get-go, we said it's not a coin you take seriously. You only take the chance because of the interest that you're getting from it, not a long-term coin like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or Avalanche or Polygon or anything like that. And that's the thing. That's the separation of the two. I get it. You know, you use a little throw-up thing you probably don't follow, but it's something that we clearly talked about. It's a coin that, it's not something, the tokenomics of it, I said it then, aren't that good because it's very inflationary. So now they're going to try to make it less inflationary because you're printing too many coins. Kind of like the US dollar. You're printing too much money. Big O, Cobra Kai Season 5 coming out in September. The trailer just came out today. So excited. Wanted to tell you since you watched the show. I'm looking forward to it. I have not seen the trailer, but I am looking forward to it. I do love it. Crypto and stocks is in my savings account. You should have a little bit of everything. Mix it up. Florida-born, Kentucky-grown says, I can't take anyone serious that tells me Tua has bad work ethic. That's the first thing that impressed me about the kid. It was his work ethic and his value as a man. Exactly. He's very old school for a young guy. I'm with you. That's actually a trait that you appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Big O, what's up with James Harden? The dude doesn't even try to shoot it. Brother, you live your life in a strip club. Eventually, it catches up to you. And that's just the way it is. That's a guy that never took it serious. He's a great basketball player that never took his profession serious because he was so gifted, right? And part of being gifted is then take it to the next level. But he wasn't willing to make those kind of sacrifices, and now he's paying the price. That's all it is, man. It's a lack of dedication to your craft. So he's running out of gas now. I'm 55, man. I can't party and have fun like I used to when I was 20. It's not the way it works. And you want to live that life and you want to go out to strip clubs every night and probably spending money, and you're probably drinking too because you look at your body. You don't take care of your body. And look where you're at now. So, and there's no change to his game. He can't adjust to it. You saw Dwayne Wade as he got older. He adjusted his game. He learned to play more in the post and all that kind of stuff. And he got creative, and he had to. That's what great players do. Magic, as he got older, developed that little shot put three-pointer, all that kind of stuff. As you get older as a player, you've got to learn to adjust, and you've got to do different things. Or if not, you will not survive. It's really hard to be the person you've been your entire career because you just don't have the talent at this moment. And that's the problem. All right, we're going to talk a little Miami Dolphins football. Cameron Wolfe is always ready to help us out with our KSDT CPA Miami Dolphins report.
This has been the KSDT Sports Business Report. KSD.
Ah, yes, there he is. If I can make him reappear without that damn billboard in front. Cameron Wolf and our KSDT CPA Miami Dolphins and NFL report. How you feeling, my man?
I'm good, man. I am good. Just hanging out here with the little baby girl, and that's about it, man. Gonna get some errands done, maybe check out some F1. That's about it.
Looks like everybody's checking out F1 this week. And are you going at any point as a media member or as a fan?
Oh, just as a fan, man. I'm gonna go. I'll definitely have tickets for Sunday, so I'm gonna go check that out Sunday, and then I may go either today or Saturday. Probably more likely Saturday, but no. Since I work for NFL Network now, we don't do a ton of true all sport coverage.
Right.
So we don't. There's not as more of a work capacity there, but I did a little bit of attention on it yesterday on our network show because the Dolphins did a few things with F1 and Tua and Gesicki and Mike McDaniel were all out at the track, did a little fast lap in the F1 cars. So I think all of it's fun. I'm a F1 convert, man. I watched the Netflix Drive to Survive series, like a lot of us Americans, and that got me hooked. So this will be the first time I'm seeing it up close, and I'm excited about it.
I got to ask, you bought those tickets?
I know some people.
Okay. All right.
I know some
All
people.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Those are some expensive tickets, dude. So, that's why I ask. I'm going, are you going to go press or are you going to go, and so obviously you're going as a fan. I wouldn't want to go press, unless I had to work it or something, which thank the Lord I don't have to work any of that stuff. But it would take the fun away from, I'd rather go as a fan for something like that and experience it. It's going to be fun. I'll watch it on television, but it should be one hell of an event. And I talked about this earlier in the week. I don't know if I talked about it with you because this might have happened after, but I think McDaniel is giving himself a chance to ask his players to do whatever he needs them to do because he has built a relationship with them and he has connected with them at different levels that isn't the playing field. And I think that's going to ultimately, he's got to prove that he can win and all that other stuff, and players will completely buy in. But I think the relationship building thing has been something strong to see coming from McDaniel.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, man. Like I said, just kind of seeing him, like there's small things. Like we talked about it throughout the offseason, him being at the luau for Tua, different elements of him just kind of being overwhelmingly positive early, and it doesn't feel fake. Just kind of from the jump, them committing to him. And now the F1 stuff, like how many coaches are you going to see that's like, taking pictures with sunglasses with their starting quarterback, hanging right about to hop in an F1 car? That's just something that doesn't happen. And, I know people will be critical and say, hey, is he being too friendly, I mean, we're going to see when the games start. But to me, I want there to feel like there's an organic relationship between, my head coach and my player. So especially my quarterback. So for me, I think that's a win. I think that,
I think it goes with today's players nowadays.
It does.
It does. I think today's players, I don't think they react to the tough love nearly as much as they used to be quite honest.
No, you're 100%. I mean, look at what happened at the end of Brian Flores' tenure, like just being real.
Right.
I mean, there's a reality that there are certain types of coaches.
Adam Gase, by the way, had the same issues. It's not a flow thing. It's a Gase thing too. Gase didn't know how to communicate with human beings. Because remember, the flow thing is not just players. Flo had a problem with people in the freaking building, the other people that were either his coworkers or executives above him. He had a problem in communicating with human beings, and Gase did too. And that's been what's it called? A theme and an issue for the last two coaches with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I believe it's how people portray different styles of conversation, right? Because like Brian Flores had a very, straightforward, sometimes confrontational way to approach people. And for him and for people who like live in his circle, that's normal. For like you said, in this new era of players, there may be some players, not all players, but there be maybe some players who just do not vibe well with that. So there are going to be a lot of players who vibe a lot better with Mike McDaniel just
Oh, the
because he's a
world has
lot.
changed. The
Exactly.
world has changed,
Exactly.
bro. The
There's
people have changed. Do you know what happened to Bill Murray recently? Do you know what happened to him in a movie set the other recently? Did you hear about it?
No.
Movie got canceled and everything. Now they got to find a new lead actor. Bill Murray did something, and he apologized for it. Now we don't know exactly what it was. One of those I apologize, but we don't know exactly what he apologized because he goes, "Well, I said something that back in the day wouldn't have been considered anything, but in today's world, it's." But he didn't really say exactly what he said to the coworker on the movie set. But it must have been so bad that they fired his ass.
Right.
And he's the lead actor in the damn movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's because today's world, there are things you cannot say that you could say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, all that kind of stuff. I mean, what was it? It was it was Lindsay Lohan. She's 17 years old.
Right.
She's on Ripa, Kelly Ripa, and the other guy. I don't know back then, whatever. I forgot who it was, or whatever. And Kelly goes to her. Well, what about these? And they were. I was seeing this show about things you can't say nowadays, and this is just 15 years ago, I think it was, or something like that. And they were asking her about her breasts, if they were real or if they were enhanced.
Right.
Think about that now. She's 17.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like,
That's wild.
okay, so like in today's world, if you would ask a girl in the middle of a TV show, are your breasts real or are they enhanced or this, that, and Lindsay was like taking it in stride. She goes, my God, I'm not even fully developed yet and all that kind of stuff. And she was laughing it off. But think about the reaction nowadays. You'll get fired.
Man.
You'll get fired for something like that. You know what I mean?
And on stuff
Different
on
world,
that, man.
man.
Like of stuff like that, I think it's positive, man. Like especially involving women. I think there's a lot of times we put women, and I'm speaking we as in men as a whole, put women in uncomfortable positions. And you kind of think it's funny, you think it's kind of the guy's way of doing things. But I think that's a positive in this new culture that like you shouldn't be able to like ask a woman, especially a young woman, if her breasts are fake or real, and feel like that's okay. Like that's just to me that's common sense. Exactly. So that to me that's a positive change. People should be getting fired and canceled for that sort of thing.
Okay, so how about this? Did you hear about the Bears scout that just got fired?
Yes, I did. Very much so.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Bears scout, talking about Penn State safety Jaquan Brisker in the second round of the draft. Team scout Chris Prescott made disparaging comments revolving around the Nittany Lions' personal life. When describing Prescott, he said he's poor, hungry, and desperate. So now he says he's what we would call a PhD, poor, hungry, and desperate. Football is in his life. This is this kid's life. There's a lot to like about that when you see a guy who's so passionate about football. And then, many people went on and like Mina Kimes and all that and went on and, hey, you're breaking down, what happens in his life to like a 40 time and a stat and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of know what the guy means, in a way. He really is not making fun of it. He's actually saying that this is a kid that he needs football in his life to get out of where he's from. Like a lot of people use athletics, music, acting, whatever it is to get out of whatever situation they're in. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's just, and this is the world we live in, that 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago, those comments would be like nothing. We would laugh about them. We would talk about them and we would kind of elaborate more about it. Now you get shunned and now you get fired for it.
Yeah, I think it was very interesting. Like Mina, I used to work for ESPN, so Mina was one of my favorite former colleagues to work with. Really good person. I think what you say is a really good point because like I've had a lot of conversations with scouts and coaches and front office people who talk in that language. So like I want to be very careful in saying like the Bear Scout is not alone in that his mistake his what he's alone in is saying it publicly. Like there are a lot of people who are probably smarter than to say it publicly. So, it's sort of the old boys club of the NFL that for better or for worse, there's a language that's used towards women, towards people of color, and it's just kind of the way, people who are in the lower income areas, it's just sort of terminology that's used just sort of without even thinking. Like I don't even know if the guy, like I could tell based on the rest of his conversation that he is trying to be positive and he thinks that it's positive, which is part of the issue. Like in his mindset, he's like, oh, I'm going to tell them why this dude is going to be awesome. And it's like, it's a complete disconnect from the mindset and the language versus how we view society. And so like, I think that, especially him coming as a white male, speaking about a black dude, I think there has to be a cognizance of you're speaking about a group of people who already have a stereotype they're trying to overcome. Right.
Yeah,
And so I think that's why more than anything, he deserves that backlash because, you're even if your intentions, like I don't think his intentions were, hey, I'm
right,
gonna like bury
right,
this dude. Like so
right,
I can
right.
look at it and say, like, hey, I don't think this dude was like I'm about to go publicly and talk about how rich and poor and no. I think he's thinking like, oh, this dude came from nothing and all he had was football. But still, you have to
But
have
listen,
a
let's
reality.
be honest. Let's be honest, because you and I have talked to the same kind of people for many, many years.
Yep.
Now, if the kid was rich and spoiled, they'd say the same thing about him, but in the reverse, actually.
Right.
Because I've
Right.
heard the same thing. Oh, no, this is a pampered pea,
Yeah.
and this guy is soft, and that. This is a mama's boy. This is a guy,
Right.
his parents gave him everything, this, that. Josh Rosen had some of that stuff,
Yep.
actually.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
And that's so some of that kind of stuff. So don't think that it's only in one area. It's it's what you were saying. He wasn't trying to pick at the human being. He was
Right.
just trying to say what his motivations are. What he did was just being stupid, talking about it this way in public is where he was stupid. But the same kind of rip job would go for the rich, spoiled kid too at the same time in the
That's
same
very
way.
true.
And,
That's very true. But the one thing I would say about him, and I think this is where, like I mentioned before, that where he gets himself truly in trouble, is I'm not sure if I've heard that same language as consistently when you're talking about the poor white dudes.
no,
And so
no. Yeah.
and so that's where I think that there's a big disconnect. You come in and you see most of the athletes in the NFL are black. So you kind of put them in a box. You say, hey, these dudes they came from lower class, they came from the hood, and we're gonna loop them in. And I think that he obviously has this mindset, and as a black dude, that comes across as very offensive. And so I see that even though I've heard this same language, but you're right. It's and I'll a brief aside here. One of the most frustrating things that I hear scouts talk about on a scouting report, and I've actually seen scouting reports with it written as a positive, comes from a middle class 2-parent household as a
Oh yeah.
as a positive on the scouting report.
Yeah.
The fact that and it's something like as simple as that
Foundation.
kind of gives you a
That's what they
foundation.
think.
Oh well,
Foundation.
they think, oh well, he's got a support system. His parents are there. They came and so that I believe it or not, that is on a lot of scouting reports, and I have a lot of
Sure.
scouts right now I respect, but that is a mindset, that you're as a scout, you're trying to find everything that'll make what this player fails and succeeds, and for whatever reason, they've figured out that that's one they want to highlight, whether or not this
Well,
guy came
which
from.
is really I'd be more impressed from the kid that has the one parent or no parent or a guardian or comes from like this is the part that I loved about the Des Bryant story, right? We were all focused on what Jeff Ireland was asking, and
Right,
nobody was focused on the fact that that dude came from that setting. How freaking
right,
awesome is that?
right,
Like
right.
Dwayne Wade, he would stay up till
Yep.
2 a.m. waiting for his mom to come back from some crack binge. And
Mhm.
he look where he ended up. You know what I'm saying? Alonzo Mourning was adopted.
Like, look where he ended up. I mean, these are things that, like, you gotta understand about some of these guys that, to me, the guy that actually has the foundation hasn't been tested. The guy that doesn't have the foundation, that's all he is tested constantly. So I actually look at it the other way. I'd be more impressed from the kid that's gone through hell and has come out of it and say, whoa, that's the guy I want.
Right.
That's the guy I want. I don't know how this guy is going to handle when adversity comes and things. I hate it because I know it always sounds like I'm picking on the kid, but that's kind of what I've always talked about with Ryan. Ryan has always kind of been nurtured and all that kind of stuff. But when chaos happens, that's when you test your quarterback the most, is when it's chaotic. Because when everything's on script, it's fine. When life is on script, everything's fine. But life has a way of kicking you in the ass. And when you watch some of those kids that life has been kicking them in the ass constantly and they're coming out of it, that's super impressive, dude. Super impressive.
Right.
That's how I would look at it on the scouting report, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. You know?
No, I'm with you. It's an interesting deal, man. Like I said, the whole scouting angle. I'm glad it did come out publicly. I mean, I never root for anybody to lose their job, but I think it kind of highlights to people maybe the behind the scenes. A lot of times people don't know how the sausage is made. You know, what the vibes are inside of it. Not saying everyone. There are some people who don't use that language, and some scouts who don't do that. But like I said, this guy is not alone, and so I think it kind of gives people an open eyes on maybe how conversations are had behind scenes about people who are not necessarily in the same situation as they are.
All right, what are you working on at ESPN? I'm sorry, NFL Network this weekend. You were talking about ESPN. NFL Network this weekend. Folks can check you out, my man.
So I'm actually all clear, man. I did the TV yesterday, but it's interesting. People always ask me what the offseason looks like. This truly is the start of the offseason, the week after the draft. And so I'm actually going to go down to Texas to see my family on Monday. So I'm going to do F1 stuff this weekend, take the wife out, do some stuff Mother's Day, and do that. And then Monday I'm going to go down to see our family, our mothers, and spend a week down there. My little sister's graduating, getting her master's degree on Friday. So Texas A&M Commerce, so going to go check her out and do that. She's smarter than me. I barely got my bachelor's, so she got her master's. And my little brother is also having his birthday on Tuesday, so get to celebrate a couple of my siblings, spend time with my family, do that, and then we'll get back here. I'll be out here doing some stuff on OTAs in a couple weeks when they do that. And and then like I said, once we get into the deeper of June, I'm gonna be doing a lot of off-season stuff, a lot of relaxing, a lot of working out.
All right, awesome stuff. As always, we will catch up next week, my friend. I appreciate you. Follow him on Twitter at Cameron Wolf and catch his work there at the NFL Network. Cam, as always, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
You got it.
This has been the KSDT CPA Pro Football Report with NFL insider Cameron Wolf. KSDT is recognized by Forbes as one of the top tax accounting firms for 2022. KSDT CPA is a full-service firm that also excels in crypto. Visit them at ksdtcpa.com or call 305-670-3370.
All righty. And we love living on the edge, baby. Edge Energy Drink. Don't forget to use my code Big O to get 10% off on a energy drink that is delicious, smooth, and zero aftertaste. Zero aftertaste. It will freak you out. I'm telling you, because all of these energy drinks have an aftertaste. I know. That's why I've never been an energy drink guy, because I hate the aftertaste. And when I tried this, it blew me away. I was like, are you kidding me? 78 calories, delicious, smooth, zero aftertaste. I can mix it with a little vodka. I can mix it with a little rum, and it tastes awesome. I love how I don't even taste the Grey Goose. That's so awesome. So check it out for yourself. Edge Energy Drink, myedgedrink.com is the website. myedgedrink.com. Get 10% off your delivery, your order, wherever you're at in the country. Okay? So you can order it anywhere you're at. Trust me when I tell you, when you get this, you're going to say, okay, oh, you're right. This is the best. The best Edge or the best energy drink out there is Edge Energy Drink, myedgedrink.com. I promise you, delicious. I promise you, smooth. And I promise you, zero aftertaste. So awesome. So awesome. Let's see. Big O, you missed my super chat. Oh, I am so sorry, man. I'm all alone today, by the way, just so you'll know. Sean's daughter is getting married today. Congratulations to Sean. So he is a little busy. By the way, we are looking for a backup producer now. We are at the point where we got to add a second producer. Mike Who, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, oh, how awesome was it that Mike McDaniel, to a picture tagged you in Twitter on it. If Flores was the mean stepdad, then McDaniel is the fun-loving uncle. Fins up. I agree, Mike. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love on the super chat. Let me go through this again and see if I missed any other super chats while I was talking, and I apologize, by the way. And remember, you can always make a donation anytime. Doesn't mean when the show is on Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's also another way. And the best way to make a donation is Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show, since we get the entire donation there. It doesn't look like there are any other super chats that I missed. Big O, you nailed it, brother. It's not the weather you go down, it's how you get that matters. Oh, it's not whether you go down, it's how you get that or get up that matters, I think is what you're saying. I think black and brown athletes are too often portrayed as a success when they run from their beginnings, while others' success is because of their beginnings. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. But it's always impressive for anybody to get out of any bad situation that they're in. And that's not a black thing. That's not a Latin thing. That's not an Asian thing. That's not a white thing. It's not an Irish thing. That's not a Jamaican thing. That's not a whatever thing. Because there's lots of people that are in bad situations. Okay? Because there's lots of people that are poor, and they've got all kinds of colors and faces and nationalities and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, I would tell you that is it's a mix of it. But yes, in general, I would say, yeah, Dougie Fresh, that happens a lot. What else do we have? Embiid coming back. Let me see. Did something come out on the Embiid story? I don't think he's going to play today. I said it today. I may be completely wrong, and you guys can make fun of me if you think he's going to play. I just have a feeling. Updating an earlier note, Shams Charania reports that Joel Embiid has been fitted for a face mask, and there's optimism he'll play in Game 3. Charania also notes that Embiid will need to feel comfortable before getting the final go-ahead to play. Early indications point to him getting it out and playing through the pain of orbital and thumb injuries to help his team avoid a 3-0 setback. Wow. Okay, we'll see. Still think they might be pulling your leg till the end, but I'm going to take the Heat -3. That's been my selection in my liquor split matchup of the night. I think the Heat are going to kick their ass tonight by 10. So apparently, according and Shams is really good. So if Shams is reporting that, it's pretty much money. We'll see. We shall see. What else do we have here that I wanted to get into on the program? Oh, yes, we do have some stuff that we have some one of the things that I love to do on the show is we got business and sports colliding, and there's a lot of sports stories that are creative, and those sports stories become the KSDT Sports Business Report. That's right, baby. Elevate yourself. KSDT. Elevate your business, personal life. Cam Wolf got his taxes done with KSDT. It's not only just taxes, but if you're going to buy a business, they can help you assess that business before you buy it to make sure you're investing in the right business. KSDT can help you do those kind of things. If you want to plan for post-life and you want to set up your will and set all those things up, KSDT can help you. Folks, they do a lot more than just taxes. So check it out. Go to the website, ksdtcpa.com. So in today's sports and business report, and I'm going to twist it to our local team too, Caesars Entertainment has signed a major partnership with the Chicago White Sox of Major League Baseball. The firm becomes the exclusive casino partner, and Caesars Sportsbook becomes the official sports betting partner of the team. Expanding its presence in Illinois, Caesars Entertainment and Caesars Sportsbook will receive access to the official White Sox logos and marks to across its marketing material in the state, including rotational LED signage, digital and social assets. The partnership ensures that prominent fixed signage with a right field board featuring Caesars branding and premier gaming destinations will be adorned with the White Sox Stadium. Furthermore, the group will benefit from a variety of exclusive White Sox experiences made available in its loyalty program and Caesars Reward, right? So, great job for the White Sox as sports starts to get tied up more with gambling. And here's where I turn it to the Marlins. Bruce Sherman, sir, you obviously are a hell of a lot more successful than I ever will be in business. But are you successful enough to own and compete with a baseball team in Major League Baseball? So far, sir, you have not proven that. You are not spending to what you need. Okay, I'm not telling you got to spend like the Red Sox and the Cubs and the Dodgers. We know that that's going to be fiscally irresponsible and unrealistic. But you can be in the middle of the pack. And if you watch what the White Sox just did, you're not going to be able to do that. But if you do have the money and you can invest in the team, and you did a good job of drafting some arms, go grab some bats, pay for some bats. Why? Any business, if you invest in it, you will be able to take out of it. The Miami Dolphins invest in their business all the time. And they invest in their business in many different ways. By owning the property that they have created a practice facility. They have created the tennis tournament and now the F1 race. They have concerts. They have all kinds of revenue-generating events outside of the NFL that prints its money. But if you're a baseball team that constantly never does anything, you will not attract sexy sponsors. You will not be able to improve what you're doing, and you're going to stay as a lesser team, not even middling. But if you put into the bats and you start to win, people are going to want to be associated with the Miami Marlins. Businesses are going to want to be associated with the Miami Marlins. Local businesses will want to be associated with the Miami Marlins. Maybe you'll be able to attract more events. Maybe you'll be able to create more of a destination place at that stadium for other things. I don't know. Be creative. Come up with stuff. You have the opportunity, but you got to put something into the business, man. The Panthers have put everything into their business. They're even doing more with the practice facility and everything that they're doing over at War Memorial. So they're Viola and C4 are entrenching themselves into this community. What are the Marlins doing? They're not doing anything. They're not doing enough, let's just say. Buying the team and a couple of so-so pieces, that's not going to do it, man. This is a town of stars. This is South Florida, where people from all over the world come to buy a home here. Okay? Where people come to be entertained, whether it's on the beach, in the Keys, in Las Olas, on Worth Avenue, in a concert, in a restaurant. And if you're going to have a sporting event, well, you need to be sexy. You got to be something that brings us to your arena and your stadium. You have to be an event. Because if you're not an event, I can just go to South Beach. I can go to Lincoln Road Mall. I can go down to Las Olas. I can go to Worth Avenue. I can go down to the Keys. I can do so many things in South Florida that I don't need your sports. But if you're not willing to put any money into your business, then don't stand around with your hand out expecting people to respond in South Florida. If you just want to open up a restaurant, then you're going to die in South Florida. But you better find a way to make your restaurant different and fresh and great, and that's the way you're going to survive. It's a competitive world, and the Marlins have chosen not to be competitive. And that's not going to set you up. That's for damn sure, man. So I hope they figure it out, man, because they got some arms right now and they have an opportunity, but you got to do something to build it, and they're just not building it. That's your KSDT CPA Sports Business Report.
This has been the KSDT Sports Business Report. KSDT CPA is one of South Florida's largest and one of the country's fastest growing accounting firms. KSDT is recognized by Forbes as one of the top tax and accounting firms for 2022. KSDT CPA is a full service firm that also excels in crypto. Visit online at ksdtcpa.com or call 305-670-3370.
All righty. Thank you all out there, as always, for keeping it locked here on the program. Always appreciate everybody out there, man. Really do. Don't forget to smash the like button if you're listening to the podcast at any time, day or night. And, of course, always appreciate if you pass it on to other folks. Share the link. Very, very important. Where are we at on the likes? 222. I remember 222, that show. What else do we have here? I think we're done. I think we're going to wrap it up here on the show. We will see you all on Monday. Some of you. We'll see some of you again at 4:30 in the afternoon. We'll be back. We'll be at Hialeah Park. Appreciate all of you as always. We thank Ira Winderman, Omar Kelly, and Cameron Wolf. We thank every one of you for calling in and tuning in. We will see you later on in the afternoon at Hialeah Park, right here. Same time, same place, same bat channel. Have a good one.